49, what do you do?
Like, I'm surprised this one was able to slip through the cracks. It's just the fact that it was early on, and he was a good during the early times. I don't get it. This tripping. Let's get into it, man. Somebody's gonna get killed. I'm gonna put the bag on somebody. That's all.
That's kind of crazy, Des. Man, motherfuckers down there be trying to look out, be like, they got it out for you, dog. Everybody just need to mind their business. That's all, bro. I got a new soundboard, man. We finna try these new sounds out too. That'll work. Beautiful. All right, new sound. We good, man. We go.
Clip, bro. I think it was a Mac Mula. Pretty yes, Mac Mula. And he was like, bro, we talking about streamers. And this is what I be saying when these fights and all that. It's like, bro, you talking about you going streamers? You're gonna hurt. Who are you gonna hurt? You're gonna hurt people because you DM somebody, bro. What are you talking about?
Hey man, different shit work for different people, bro. You know what I'm saying? I could see people being like, man, you that shit epic. That shit is epic as fuck. But he's saying her and the things that she was doing at the time were epic. Like, come on now. Like, I'm not understanding how people like these are kids. I ain't gonna lie, but you know I'm a little older and shit like that. But these are a lot of kids that's talking right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like from back then in our time, the shit would have worked still. You know what I'm saying? Like it depends what type of dude you is and shit like that. Now for her to go ahead and post that shit like that is kind of
PG work together, right? But then you got caught liking her pictures. What are you doing? Like a couple days after her and Kai broke up.
Since we throwing to the dirt. Daz, you shouldn't have been on that page last week. Who knows why he was on there? You shouldn't have been on there. 2021 don't matter. You shouldn't have been on that joint a couple days ago. You shouldn't have been on that joint, like, at all. And I'm gonna be
makes
honest, he
sense.
liked it on purpose.
Okay.
You shouldn't have been on there, period, though. Just cause, like,
Nigga just he over here just looking around. He think that he would probably. I mean, bro, it's just too much shit just to be like to say, oh, he probably ain't mean to do it. It's just too much shit at this point for you to say like you done turn the real cash when you cash out through. Make you look more guilty, but it's even a more valid reason for Kai to cut you off officially. He's talking about putting checks on people's.
look, man. Everybody got that one guy that down there. You know what I'm saying? That motherfuckers know. Don't get him started because it's gonna be hard to calm him down. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a cool dude. You can tell he's a cool dude, but it just says like he have a zero tolerance, and the tolerance that you know what I'm saying he having zero tolerance for everybody. Like they might take some shit like that. Like Kanye might take certain shit, but if he see that shit, he's not going to allow that shit. He gonna crash the fuck out. And people have their ways of you know what I'm saying of motherfucking showing they feelings and their expressions type shit. So I feel like it's not coming from a bad place and shit like that. Everybody got that one friend and shit like that, and y'all be quick to cut people off. Like just cause y'all cut y'all friends off, you know what I'm saying? Like don't mean that they should. Like it don't work like that. I'm not understanding how when did we get to this point where people are just so disposable. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers just had a lot of friends. Now like motherfuckers just feel like they're just so disposable. They need to get that shit together.
Heads? Huh? And when that Target contract come around, or they do the renegotiation or the other things that you tied to, hey, look, bro, real quick, ain't your friend's that guy that was saying that he was gonna put money on people's heads? He's gonna put a hit on somebody, right? You think you can maybe not have him around in the next X this whatever big.
And that's the problem now. That's the reason why Kai got up out of there. Exactly the reason why y'all saying maybe you can't have this guy around. Fuck what they think. You know what I'm saying? Y'all up here really like stuck on like messing some shit up. And that's the fucked up part about it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like y'all, that's the reason why he got up out of there. Cause he like shit. Why the fuck should I get rid of my guys? Y'all, it's so many stipulations, whatever the fuck it is. It's so many damn near things that y'all want me to do on the checklist. Y'all making me become a puppet, and y'all cool with me becoming a puppet because y'all like, hey, listen to what they say. Don't bring them around, boom, 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 and shit like that. That's maybe he was tired of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he was like, man, I'm tired of getting pulled this way, that way, this way. Don't hang with him. Don't hang with him. Don't hang. Just let him be him. You know what I'm saying? Then at that, y'all keep always putting his car responsibilities on this man or whoever the fuck he's around and shit like that. Like, they know what the fuck he did for them and shit like that. I'm pretty sure they thankful as hell too. And people gotta understand, just because a motherfucker do some crazy shit, and when they do some crazy shit, it's not their fault. So you should just lock everybody up there, basically.
Big video stream that you do. You think, man, you're not doing that. You know, we're here at Canes, here at fucking Walmart,
shit.
They'll be like, so, but that guy though, you think you can potentially, and that why we shouldn't even having that conversation around, like, especially with how big a nigga is, bro. Why are you jeopardizing my shit? Your name is my name.
He said females too. What game? Am on influence. Hey, all y'all, I put check up on y'all, and all y'all niggas, I put check up on y'all niggas. Get check. Like, stop playing. Des, you are not tough. This is the same nigga that said you so epic. You are not from the streets. No, shh, go last. No, shush. I already write a whole.
And that be y'all thing too. You niggas behind these computers, like I'm a nigga behind the computer right now. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, y'all think I wasn't out here getting fucking, I wasn't out here getting fucking, you know what I'm saying, like crazy? Like what is wrong with y'all, bro? I was out here going fucking crazy at some point in time. Like, but I calmed down. Now, y'all gotta understand that motherfucker, not everybody come off as a street dude because they you know what I'm saying? But shit, you can't say motherfuckers ain't out here getting active. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all don't know what the fuck he was doing before then. I don't know what the fuck he was doing before then.
Why does everybody just look at this nigga? Everybody just be looking at this nigga like, bro, okay.
I'm not scared of you. You not like that game. You not like that. You never did none I did in real life. None of that game, bro. You do this game, you my brother under death. But stop playing with me, game. The first thing you call me, you.
You not playing shit.
Really, game. Stop playing with me, bro. I guess Kai cut off your monthly allowance.
This is funny. It's funny because he laughing and smiling. And it's like part of me.
He the only one that's talking to this nigga like that though. Like, he probably keep it 2-1. He keep 100 with him. That's it, bro. Like that's it. He just like he wears his heart on his sleeve and shit like that, on his shoulder, wherever the fuck.
This is probably a real solid nigga, bro.
Exactly.
You know, he probably is a real solid nigga in certain ways. But he just and that's how you have to take away. Maybe he did do something in the streets, bro. Maybe he did. But there's a lot of things that do. That does not make me like, that doesn't make niggas scared of you just because you did X, Y, Z in the streets, or this guy did something and you were in the same vicinity and you was running with him, or maybe let's maybe say you shot at a vehicle or something like that. But that's not gonna make a nigga scared of you just because you was doing it. That's why I'm gonna get niggas start doing popping their shit like this, like.
It ain't about being scared. He just give motherfuckers a warning. Like, hey, bro, shit, nigga. I know you ain't boom, 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 but nigga, I'm really like that, bro. Stop, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know these niggas got like triggers. Motherfuckers got triggers, but motherfuckers know how to hit
The
that.
guy that does these wild things.
Press that
Let's
button.
say there's the white boy in the sub, bro. I remember in college, bro. I was I was at this community college and I met this white dude, and shaggy hair, skinny white dude. You know what I'm saying? Regular shirt, like he just was regular, bro. And I remember he was telling me, we started chopping it up, and he was telling me, he was like, yeah, my dad, since we were born, my dad has been training me, my little brother, and my little sister, and my mom is in it as well, but he owns a gym. He's been training me all my life to do, I forgot what he did exactly, but you know, he was official, you feel me? He was lethal, like, he's been doing this shit for however long, for all his life, and that's just what his life has been. And you wouldn't even be able to tell, right? That he has a certain calmness about him and there's certain chill about him that, like, you can tell this nigga not scared of, you know what I'm saying, bro? Especially somebody popping their shit like this, you know? So,
He
like,
popped this shit.
you just don't respect a nigga. Like, there's somebody that will, maybe kids or something.
He popped
somebody
this
that's
shit.
experienced something, but, like, seeing somebody yell and pop their shit like this and do all of that, you're gonna get a whole lot of blank stares. Like, it's just a whole lot of here this nigga go again. You know what I'm saying? But
He doesn't need you around. You're so epic. I guess you gotta go back to the hood now. Get out, 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 get out. Get the out, man. You're probably gonna have to pawn that Clover chain. Them checks from Kai Cenat is no longer coming your way. I feel you. I feel your pain. Buddy really ruined his blessings over a female you never had a chance with. Epic. Bro, this is like a real life lesson. Sometimes you gotta really cut off your homies. Like, respectfully, Dez, you're not even marketable or anything. Like, at least Ray and
Turning down.
Ray gonna get he got himself a goddamn Adidas deal and shit. You can't this nigga
Try
can't
it out.
get nothing.
Kai.
You just been here like this is what this nigga just has been here for a long time. That's it.
And maybe even Ty Lil is marketable, but Dez is an NPC. He don't even got any cut scenes. He's a non-playable character. I mean, according to academics, they said Ty Lil be backdooring niggas too.
Excuse me. This guy right here, he's going to be studied. Backdoor Ty is a different demon. And I could laugh about it because nothing happened. But I'm going to be honest with you. Like Ty Lil, I don't want in my vicinity and I don't want in my circle. I pray for constant happy. Yo, Kyle, let me look at you. I'm going to tell you this. Is only as loyal as your last meal. If you ain't feed him last, don't expect no loyalty. And you copping chains for houses, you probably put him a card, paying his insurance, buying his diaper, whatever you doing for him, good. Keep doing it. Not tell you how you should treat a man.
That nigga academic ain't got no friends. He ain't got no real friends. He couldn't fathom nobody doing that shit for him.
But the moment you stop doing it, or the moment somebody else come in the picture that's gonna take the spot he thinks he occupies in your mental space, you're getting backdoor too. 100%. This is gonna be all over TikTok when it do happen. They'll be like, just tell him. Because on TikTok, you know what? I just be predicting the future. It be happening. Like, yo, this, the moment you stop paying him, like, put it like this. If you're
That's crazy because he don't strike me as that type of dude. He really don't. Like, you know, we all make silly mistakes, you know what I'm saying, with certain things. But he don't strike me as the type of nigga to do that. I would be very surprised if that was actually.
Kai tell him, yo, listen, I need reimbursement for them Clover chains and I'm done paying y'all bills. Kai get back on 30 days. Facts. 30 days. 30 days. 30 days straight. I ain't sleeping 2 or 3, I'm telling you.
Go in the bed. Fucking game. What a roll.
Exactly his fate, Dez. I think you being
This
so
nigga bucking up on the young nigga like.
epic is what makes you fake, Dez. Kai and Gigi broke up, and you didn't even wait 2 business days to be all up in her likes.
You're so
You're so epic, Max. I'm not gonna lie, shout out Dez. I'm definitely stealing that one.
You so
You're so epic. That nigga really started some shit. Now it's just funny.
Dez. Hey, Dez, you so epic, man.
Big clown in this.
You so epic.
He finna hang up.
You hung up.
Big clowning the fuck out of this nigga, man.
I miss. So what I say? I miss you. Oh, Chad, I gotta move different from other niggas, gang. A regular nigga will be like, I miss you, or how you doing? I gotta be different, nigga. Like I gotta be.
Yup. There you go. That being said, man, let me know what y'all think, man. Like the video, sub up,
Breaking trade news in the NBA. Nikola Vucevic is headed to the Celtics. The Bulls getting Anthony Simons in that deal.
Lisa Zubac is going to the Indiana Pacers, I'm told. Ben Mathurin and Isaiah Jackson, as well as significant draft compensation, is going to
it sure looks like a rebuild to me.
So we got a really wild NBA trade deadline, one that I honestly struggle to predict what happened. I mean, typically, I think I do a pretty good job speculating on where each player is going to go, but a lot of moves that happened really didn't make sense and weren't things that I personally expected myself this trade deadline. We had James Harden going to Cleveland, Anthony Davis getting shipped to Washington for the second straight deadline, Jaren Jackson Jr. going to Utah, and the Warriors finally ending the Jonathan Kuminga saga. So in this video, we're going to go through each and every trade that went down at the trade deadline that I didn't already make a major video on. But there are plenty of winners and losers in this deadline, and some that you don't expect. So make sure you drop like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to get the latest basketball news. So in yesterday's video, I said this, and then take your money and put it towards these plays. I'm pairing the LeBron James free square with Guy Santos to get over 10.5 points. With the trades that the Warriors recently made, I'm very confident he's going to hit this, and he's hit this in 4 out of his 5 last games anyway. And if you took that play, congratulations on making $94 off of signing up for PrizePicks using my promo code microphone, so you could get $50 when you make a play of $5 or more. If you took half of that and made that play, then you made $94. And I'm back again with some additional plays for tonight's game, guys. I have 2 really good plays, so if you want to take advantage of this, first use my promo code microphone so you can get $50 when you make a play of $5 or more, and then just tail this pick. Bear in mind, for the Super Bowl, Drake May has a free square, so you could take that square and pair it with Derek White getting 7 assists, Donovan Clingan getting 11 rebounds, and Pascal Siakam getting 20 points. You could turn $50 into $125, or if you use the Drake May free square, you can boost that number even higher. Now, we've been killing it in my Discord server. We have a team of sharks that are consistently making plays each and every single day on PrizePicks for multiple sports. The link to that is the second link from the top, the WAP link in the description down below. And I also give additional plays on my Instagram and in my Patreon. And thank you, PrizePicks, for sponsoring today's video. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Let's start with the most impactful trade that no one's really talking about here. If you guys remember, in my video on Paul George, I said that the one bright side about Paul George being suspended for 25 games were the cap savings that the Philadelphia 76ers would attain. And this was a very big deal because if you remember in that video, I showed you this interview from Joel Embiid begging the front office not to make a trade just so they could save money.
We see we've been ducking the tax the last couple of years, so hopefully we'll keep the same thing. I love all the guys that are in here, so I think we got a shot. So hopefully, I don't know what they're gonna do, but I hope at least we get a chance to just go out and compete.
Well, they pretty much told Joel Embiid to go himself. The Philadelphia 76ers traded Jared McCain to the defending champion OKC Thunder for a 2026 first-round pick from the Rockets and 3 second-round picks. The reason for this was strictly to duck the luxury tax. I gotta give you the full picture here. Yes, in the past, I made some videos making fun of how Jared McCain likes to dance on TikTok and paint his nails. But when we're talking about pure basketball, Jared McCain has been nothing but a baller since he was drafted with the 16th overall pick just 2 years ago out of Duke. As a rookie last season, he was on fire, averaging 15.3 points, 2.6 assists, and 2.4 rebounds, while shooting 46% from the field and 38.3% from 3. He set an NBA rookie record by making at least 3 threes in 8 straight games. He had 7 consecutive 20-point games off of the bench. He was the undisputed frontrunner for Rookie of the Year before a meniscus tear ended his season after just 23 games. Hell, Paul George went viral for saying this about McCain. Now, this year, he has struggled coming back. He's only averaged 6.6 points in 16.8 minutes per game, shooting 38.5% from the field. He had thumb surgery that delayed the start of his season. He got sent to the G League twice, and he never truly found his rhythm under Nick Nurse.
Why trade Jared now if you didn't already have something lined up?
No, I appreciate that perspective. I'm quite confident we were selling high. Yeah. Obviously time will tell. But the only other high point, and we weren't looking to sell, I'll be frank. Like, teams came to us with aggressive offers for him, and you could say, yeah, that's because he's a good player. I agree with that. We thought this return was above, for the future value for our franchise, what we could get.
Buddy's 21 years old. He's coming off of a torn meniscus, and the talent is obviously still there. You don't just forget how to shoot like that overnight. It was a lost half season. It wasn't a lost career. Now, Dan Favali of Bleacher Report really gave a take here that I appreciate and I agree with. If the Sixers are lucky, they might use the 26th pick in the NBA draft to get someone who's almost as good as Jared McCain can be. He called it cheapness in excess. And think about the context. With Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid both playing at an all-NBA level right now, and the East being as clear as it's been in years, this was the time to go for it. Instead, Philly focused on saving as much money as they could. Meanwhile, in OKC, Sam Presti is smiling. Brian Windhorst said that people in the league think this is an absolute steal.
You know, Oklahoma City, they are in a position where they can take risks on players like this. People in the league think this is an absolute steal.
Bear in mind, this isn't the first time Philly gift-wrapped OKC a shooter, because a few years ago they waived Isaiah Joe, and Isaiah Joe's been a stud for the Thunder. Now they're doing it again with an even better player. For OKC, this fills their biggest weakness. They won the championship last year on defense and sheer depth, but outside shooting had always been the one gap. McCain shot 38.3% from deep as a rookie on real volume. He's on a cheap rookie deal with control through 2027, and with SGA sidelined right now with an abdominal strain, McCain can slot in immediately and start carving out a role. He joins a rotation that already features Kason Wallace, Lou Dort, Alex Caruso, Andrew Wiggins, and Isaiah Joe, but here's the thing, nobody on that roster has McCain's specific blend of off-the-dribble shooting and offensive processing. He's a different archetype than what OKC already has, and OKC's development staff is the best in the league at maximizing guys that is exactly like this. In terms of grades, I give the OKC Thunder an A. This is easily the biggest steal of the trade deadline. I give the Philadelphia 76ers a D+. Anytime you're giving up a productive player just to duck the tax because you're too cheap, especially when you have a championship window, I'm not going to give you a good grade, bro. Now, the Boston Celtics traded Anthony Simons and a second-round pick to the Chicago Bulls for Nikola Vucevic and a second-round pick. And it's one of those trades where both teams got what they needed, but Boston clearly came ahead for this season. Let's talk about what the Celtics have been dealing with. They've been rolling this season at 32-18, tied for second in the East. And they've done all of that without Jason Tatum, who's been out recovering from a torn Achilles. That's absolutely insane when you think about it. Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and Peyton Pritchard have been carrying the load. But the one glaring weakness has been center. They've been running Ninias Queta and Luka Garza up front. Good effort, guys, but come playoff time, you need more than effort. You need someone who's actually been there before. Enter Nikola Vucevic. The guy is 35 years old. He's a two-time All-Star, and he's averaging 16.9 points and 9 rebounds this season. He shot 40.2% from 3 last year. He's a modern 5 who can stretch the floor, pass out of the post, and give you 30 solid minutes every night. He's exactly the type of veteran anchor Joe Mazzulla needs in a playoff rotation. Now, pretty much what the Celtics are hoping Vucevic can be is what Kristaps Porzingis was for them. Vucevic is probably what Porzingis was, but is an inferior defender. Now, losing Simons does hurt, and you can't pretend otherwise. The man was cooking off the bench this season. 14.2 points per game as a sixth man, including a 39-point explosion against the Heat and a 27-point night against Milwaukee. The man was a flamethrower. He showed off those Portland scoring instincts on a nightly basis. Boston's bench now sorely lacks that kind of instant offense and ball handling, especially with Pritchard already pressed into starting duties because of Tatum's absence. So why did Boston do this? Well, money. You're trading Simons' $27 million expiring deal for Vucevic's $21 million expiring deal, which saves the Celtics over $20 million in luxury tax payments. And this drops them down to below the first apron, which is huge. According to Bobby Marks, their tax bill went from $39.5 million all the way down to $17 million. And now they're eligible to sign a waived player making up to $14.1 million on the buyout market, which is significant when you consider the fact that Mike Conley and Cam Thomas have both been waived by their teams and are currently free agents. So Boston is positioned to pounce. This was always the plan when they acquired Simons from Portland last summer in the Drew Holiday deal. Everyone knew he was likely rental trade bait. He just happened to play so well that people started wondering if maybe they'd like to keep it. For Chicago, this is part of their massive teardown. Simons is a 26-year-old scoring guard on an expiring deal, which means the Bulls get to audition him for the rest of the year.
What's happening, dog? Clap it up for my dog, man. What you got going on, bro? going, man. You streaming today?
Year and potentially re-sign him at a discount since he's unlikely to get the $27.6 million again in free agency. Now the funny part was, Chicago had acquired Jaden Ivey in another trade an hour earlier, and they already had Kobe White and Ayo Dosunmu on the roster at that point. Now, clearly things have changed since then, but at the same time, Anthony Simons and Jaden Ivey are similar archetypes. So why were the Chicago Bulls collecting point guards like Infinity Stones? Well, we'll get to more on that in a second.
PC
Still,
game?
in a vacuum, getting a 26-year-old micro...
I was down there. I'm trying to see, man. We got to get a multi-stream going. You ever seen that game called Chain Together and shit? I'm like, we could play some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm on 2K right now, but niggas most definitely could run whatever PC game. I might be downloading all kind of shit. Yeah.
Microwave score.
Green Hill. I'm trying to see. I think I got that shit. Let me see. Green Hill. What else you got on PC? I'll be playing the body cam. A little different shit like that too. Green Hill. It's $3 on what? On Steam. Shit, I'm gonna grab it right now. Shit. It's on Steam. You said. Oh, you got it on PS5. Let me see. I probably can download that shit on PS5 too. Let me see. How much space is it? Is it a lot of space? Hold on 1 second. Let me take this call. One second, John. Hello?
You was asleep down there?
Huh?
You was asleep down there?
No, I had the headphones on. I was on the game.
2 hours.
Huh?
If you could drop me my
Yeah, when y'all finna go play cards or something? Yeah, when you need me to take you? Now? Alright, just give me like 5 minutes so I can finish it. I'm almost done this game. It's on the line. Okay. Alright.
For a 35-year-old center on an expiring deal isn't bad. Vucevic had a very thin market, and the Bulls even tried to send him to Cleveland for Jarrett Allen before settling on the Boston deal. Chicago also moved up significantly in second-round draft capital. The thing that's going to make or break this deal for Boston is whether Tatum is going to make it back in time for the playoffs. If so, a lineup of White, Pritchard, Brown, Tatum, and Vucevic is genuinely terrifying. That might be the best starting five in the East. The Celtics solved their biggest weakness without mortgaging anything long-term. That's a win, and for that reason, I give them a B+. Vucevic is smart, necessary, and fills the gap. For the Bulls, I give him a C. You get a fine return for a guy with no market, but the backcourt logjam was kind of ridiculous at a specific point. If you told me 2 weeks ago that the Clippers would blow up their roster after going on a 15-3 run, I would have called you crazy. But here we are. The Indiana Pacers acquired Ivica Zubac from the LA Clippers for Benedict Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick. Kobe Brown also went to Indiana with Zubac. Now I'm genuinely terrified because that Clippers pick that they gave to the OKC Thunder might turn out to be a top 5 pick once again. Let's start with what the Clippers just gave up, because I don't think people fully understand how good Zubac has been. The man is averaging 14 points and 11 rebounds on 61% shooting this season. He's 5th in the entire NBA in rebounding. He finished 6th in Defensive Player of the Year voting last year and was a second-team All-Defensive selection. He started 470 games over 8 seasons in a Clippers uniform. He's only 28 years old, and he's locked up on a team-friendly deal through 2028. This is not some aging veteran on an expiring deal. This is a franchise-caliber center that's in the middle of his prime. Wendy said earlier on deadline day,
If he gets traded today, he's going to get traded for more than Anthony Davis got traded for. And he's going to get traded for more than Ja Morant would have been traded for.
I'm finna download that Green Hill too, bro.
Return, the Clippers did get a solid package. The 2 first-rounders from Indiana are a 2026 pick that's protected 1 through 4 and 10 to 30, meaning the Clippers only get it if it falls between 5 and 9. And if it doesn't convey, it becomes an unprotected 2031 first. Then there's the Pacers' unprotected 2029 first-round pick, plus Benedict Mathurin, who's a 23-year-old wing who averaged 17.8 points this season and was a key part of Indiana's finals run just 7 months ago.
That's the survival game, right? I know I got it on. I think I got this shit on VR.
They went from a 6-21 start to ripping off wins and climbing back into the picture, and then management just pulled the plug. First James Harden, then CP3. Even though he technically wasn't traveling with the team, he did technically get traded. And now Ivica Zubac, who I thought was untouchable. Sports Illustrated reported that the Harden trade was the tipping point. The downgrade from Harden to Garland for this season was enough to convince the front office that the team wasn't good enough to contend. And it's kind of funny watching Ty Lue try to defend these moves.
Really can help us. He's different from James. We can play different, faster pace, playing him off the ball more. It's going to be exciting, so I'm happy for both sides.
Now you flip it to Indiana, and this is where it gets exciting. The Pacers have been looking for a center ever since Miles Turner walked to the Bucks in free agency last summer. They've been running Jay Huff and Isaiah Jackson up front, and while those guys compete, they're not starting caliber on a team with championship aspirations. The Pacers even tried to get Walker Kessler from Utah at first, reportedly offering $200 unprotected first-round picks before the Jazz said no, so they pivoted to Zubac and got the better player anyway. Think about what Indy's going to look like when Tyrese Halliburton returns next season. Halliburton running the pick and roll with Zubac is going to be an absolute nightmare for defenses. Zubac is one of the best roll men in the entire game. He doesn't shoot threes, but he doesn't need to when you've got a passer like Halliburton finding him at the rim. Add Pascal Siakam, who's been averaging 23.8 points as an all-star this season, plus Andrew Nembhard and Aaron Nesmith, and that's a team that's coming back to compete for real next year. Yes, they gave up Mathurin, who was their second leading scorer, but he's an unrestricted free agent this summer anyway, and it was clear that Indiana wasn't going to re-sign him. The 2 first-round picks sting, especially with that 2026 pick having a chance to convey. But currently, Indiana has a 52.1% chance of hitting the top 4 of the NBA draft, so they may be able to have their cake and eat it too. And when you're trading for a 28-year-old all-defensive center with 3 years of team control, that's the price you pay. The risk for Indiana is that 2026 pick. There's a 47.9% chance that the pick lands between 5 and 9 and goes to the Clippers. In a loaded draft class, losing a top 10 pick would hurt. But the Pacers clearly decided that a proven center in his prime was worth more than a coin flip at a rookie. For that reason, I give the Pacers an A-. When Halliburton comes back, this team is going to be dangerous. For the Clippers, I give them a B+. It's a strong return for a team that finally decided to rebuild. One of my favorite trades of the trade deadline was the Minnesota Timberwolves acquiring Ayo Dosunmu and Julian Phillips from the Chicago Bulls in exchange for Rob Dillingham, Leonard Miller, and 4 second-round picks. For Minnesota, this is exactly what they needed. They've been desperate for a reliable guard all season long. After Mike Conley aged out of effectiveness, Chris Finch cycled through Bones Highland, Terrence Shannon Jr., Jalen Clark, and Rob Dillingham, and none of them really were effective. Only Highland came close, and even he's a streaky offensive player. For a team sitting at 32-20 after back-to-back Western Conference Finals appearances, the backcourt was the one thing holding them back from being a real contender. Dosunmu fixes that. He's in the middle of a career year. He's averaging 15 points on 51% shooting and 45% from 3. That 3-point percentage is the 8th best in the entire league. He's also a legitimate two-way player who can guard multiple positions. Next to Ant Edwards and Dante DiVincenzo, Dosunmu gives Minnesota a scrappy, relentless guard who can run the offense, knock down open shots.
I'm finna download it right now, bro. And then I'm finna come back and start the stream up. I'm finna go drop my girl up right quick.
Dosunmu is an unrestricted free agent this summer, but because Minnesota traded for him, they now own his bird rights, which means they can go over the cap to re-sign him. So this isn't just a rental.
This was the NBA trade deadline type shit. This is all the let me see. Yo, shout out J So Real TV, man. Appreciate the sub, my dude, man. Keep on supporting team. More dunks, no layups, man. Clap it up for my boy J So Real, man. Hell yeah, dog. But right now I'm just watching some NBA shit type shit. I'm finna keep this stream going. Finna have to do a IRL down there. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, I ain't been streaming, bro, and like shit, I usually have like 15 to 16 people in here, bro. I just started working out so much I ain't been streaming. I'm finna get back to streaming like a motherfucker do, for sure. Go for a ride real quick. All right, yeah. Nah, that's it. Yeah, man. Right now we finna. I'm finna go drop my people off real quick. Mm. Come on. Get the stars. Stars are crazy right now. Come on. In the car. Come on. Let's go. Hey, in the car. I'm only doing this so we can keep the stream going, man. I don't want to end the stream right now. I'm supposed to be doing um like a 7-hour stream today. Got my dog in the back. Hey, get up over here. All right, you better not. Back up. We'll keep the stream going, man. Make sure y'all do them push-ups, man, every night. Make sure y'all work out. Most definitely at least 3 times a week. Or see, I work out at least 6 times out the week down there. One day, all it needs is downtime. Saying otherwise than that, I be in that motherfucker every single day, working out. I can't see chat right now. Shit, I do. I try to aim for at least about, cause I go to the gym and shit like that too. But I got push-up machines and shit. I mean, push-up equipment type shit too. He's down there knock out probably like 250 to 300. Try to put my max a day probably was like 300, and my arms was done for type shit. But I'm pretty sure I could do more now since I've been in there since from the past year type shit. But I say really just it ain't even about like doing a lot at the time, just like building them up to do a lot type shit. Like you say you could only do 15 or 10 push-ups. You wanna aim for 12 or 15. By the time you aim for 12 or 15, your arms ain't gonna be as tired. Your arms gonna be tired when you start counting like to 10. It's like a mental thing really and shit like that with push-ups, bro. Or you know what I'm saying? Like niggas down there be like, oh shit, I can only do 15. But you gotta be like, I can only do 20. You know what I'm saying? Niggas' arms start shaking when you get to like you know what I'm saying, to the number that you already said it was gonna be. So I always aim higher type shit. I always aim high. Hopefully y'all can hear me. So I'm back now, so. Alright, man, we was watching this shit. I'm gonna go to something else.
You know, on this channel we usually cover streaming news, but
Anything about?
Now, you know, on this channel we usually cover streaming news, but something has been missing in the big 2026. I go to Twitch Tracker to look and see where they've been, but there has just been a lack of some of the biggest names in the industry streaming consistent. Constantine has been gone for about 4 months now. Duke Dennis has been taking spots here or there where he streamed. Phantom has also been gone from the platform. The Phase Boys just got back into their consistency bag. But ultimately, the days of sparking up every single day, getting some new piece of news from what's going on is just no more. And there's only one thing that I can look at to blame as to why this is the truth.
the Twitch before the clipping era. Is that?
Ooh, okay.
This one streaming, that one streaming. Bro, that clip culture, bro. And speaking mine no more because they know they're gonna get clipped out of context. It's not even like clips out of context no more. Gang, there's nothing like now. That is what the general public will think about you. And that's how powerful. The clip got too much power, man. The clipping page got too much power, bro. The whole world could believe some because of a clip page, right? Yo, there has to be clip pages that are like backed by streamers that are like, yo, anything that's not from this page is cat, gang. Like, from this page is like a verified, trusted clip page. They not post propaganda. If it's not this page, do not listen to it. Or these pages or whatever the case may be. But I don't know if that's possible.
If you're new to this channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It goes a long, long way. We're on the road to 200K.
It's most definitely possible.
By hitting that
Let me see, how do you...
and telling a friend about us. Now, back to the video. Streaming used to be about vibes, community, and...
Wait, you said how do I do what?
Now it's being reminisced on like Star Wars.
My bad, bro. I'm going back through the messages and shit. You said how do I do what? Like go from me streaming to leaving out with the camera type shit? Oh yeah, that boy Broccoli, man. Broccoli always, that nigga Broccoli always, you know what I'm saying? He always pop in. He's a good dude for sure. Oh snaps. Yo, appreciate it. Gotta go most definitely clap it up. I just got me some new sound effects and shit too. Yeah. That's the South Park sound effect. Yeah, we in here. Hello, now let's see what else we got. Man, I got a little soundboard. That's why my shit still look choppy though. Is my shit still like choppy? Yeah, okay. No, we good. It's not choppy like that. Yeah. My shit was tripping at first. I'm like, why my shit look all choppy? Let me see. Okay. Controller. Let me go. I'm finna download that green hell. Let me get that right quick. Said I was gonna get it. Let's see what we got here. Alright, wait, is it? Is both of them co-op mode? Or is it just one that's co-op mode? If it's online, play is optional. And say one player. Hold on, let me see.
Wars or Guns N' Roses or anything from the 80s. The question is why? Because it's no longer about who can have a fun time, and that ultimately leads to monetization. But it's about who can recognize a 7-second clip to get the pennies that Elon Musk gives you at the end of the month for having a blue check next to your name, or from whatever sponsorship you can slap on there with the logo. The scary part about it is most people don't watch streams, and we all know this. They sit there and watch the clipped narratives. But so if the clip always lies, then the truth can never have the opportunity to enter the room. Over the last couple years, and really since Elon Musk purchased the platform formerly known as Twitter, now called X, there's been an explosion of clipping pages. So the original purpose of this clipping system that exists nowadays was to highlight viral moments. It was a faster way, no longer the long-form video way, to get content creators out in front of the mainstream place and space. But now the new reality isn't laughs, it's out of context edits, fake captions, manufactured storylines, or just straight up false accusations. The pages now are framing jokes as serious statements, attaching unrelated captions to random footage, implying creators committed violent crimes. And because we know how negativity spreads on the internet, they just let the engagement do the rest.
This happens right now too. So say the wrong thing, say the wrong shit, say the wrong shit.
Like what, nigga?
Now, I'm not going to highlight any of these Bozo creators, but the one that's running around right now in a big way is this tweet saying that popular YouTuber Chris Smoot has allegedly been arrested for 2 counts of ending somebody's life and an additional gun charge. Sources say he walked in and caught his wife and his cousin sleeping together and crashed out. All this page does is sit there and frame celebrities as some sort of evil villains.
That's
Doing
crazy.
literal criminal acts. It's not even about backstabbing somebody or doing this, that, and the third with another person. All they do is farm outrage, farm quote tweets, and farm ad revenue. And then because they have no face at all, they just disappear behind a burner handle and switch it up every so often. No accountability, no consequences, just vibes, impressions, and leaving bad reputation in other people's mouths about people that they're framing tweets about. And what does that mean for the creator? They're left addressing nonsense. Chris moved because so many people believe that tweet had to come to the internet and address this whole situation. Somebody who was a childhood hero looked like a villain in a lot of people's eyes, all because of a tweet going viral. They're the ones having to explain something that never happened. They're the ones having to calm their community. And so now you're seeing content creators spark up streams, not to vibe and not to create content, but literally to do some sort of damage control. I remember it was a long gap before the last time we saw Duke Dennis stream. And the only time that he came back was to address rumors about baby mamas. Why? Because the internet ran with this narrative. And having to only be able to create content from the perspective of debunking a bunch of bullshit that some fake page made up for you is causing frustration in the streaming community.
They are promising to see cubs fall. It's in 4K right now. It's in 4K. They're fooling y'all niggas. Yo, Hit Champ literally tweeted out. It went viral. I lost my leg. You know how much you people still think I lost my leg? Nigga, I'm still trying to fight me. What the fuck? Game, bro. Oh my god. Nigga, Nike called me saying.
That's crazy.
Game, niggas is getting clickbait out the ass. It's getting real, man.
Now, of course, you would think that there would be some sort of repercussions for spreading fake news, fake narratives. But the only thing from the platform, according to Elon Musk, is that there are going to be community notes on these things. Now, for what it's worth, I know, you know, and everybody else around the world knows that community notes just don't work. They're tardy to the party. They're always going to be late. From my experience, by the time community notes get on any sort of tweet, a tweet already has gone viral and then some. But even then still, most people aren't scrolling to the bottom of the tweet. People are skipping over these community notes and just going straight to attacking the person that is teaching them. This then leads creators to get their own sort of retribution, to get their own sort of revenge. Some of them are even seeking the legal route as a way to combat these clip pages.
So I don't care if I lose money or if I don't win the case. That wasn't my point. Now, I have the power, and my lawyers have the power to send a subpoena to Twitter, where they can say, hey, you sent a cease and desist to someone on your platform, and he's continuing to do what he's doing. If he keeps doing this, we will go into a lawsuit with Twitter. Twitter's not going to go into a lawsuit. They're just going to delete the account. You see what I'm saying? So I don't care if I win or lose the case. I don't care if a Twitter DM is gonna win a case in court. I don't care if I lose thousands of dollars doing that, right? I don't care about money. I don't want to get pennies. I don't care about that.
Now, I do congratulate Lacey for actually taking a stance here. And I think other content creators are going to follow suit with him because it's actually getting out of hand. Platform-wise, these pages aren't going anywhere. We've seen that time and time again. It actually boosts these companies' evaluations to have this much engagement. Whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, they just look at engagement and engage. Two, publicly, there's no consequences for these things. I would say this isn't a big deal if everybody just blocked these pages and continue to want about their day, but sadly, they just don't. People are still falling for this stuff. I'm seeing whole YouTube videos, TikToks, Instagram threads, Facebook posts, anything pop up simply due to the fact that people are running with the narratives from these clip pages. And even if people at large do clap one page, it's so easy to set up another Twitter page. It's not even fun. And the reason why those are going to keep going on and keep getting set up, even if they do get knocked down, is simply due to the fact that these pages are backed by those digital game sites. When the clip pages turned on Aiden Ross, he talked about how he was about to sue them as well. Got a phone call from Big Brother telling him that he needs to settle down.
I was like, okay, I'll do the course. But my whole thing was, I didn't want to go, like, I was going to make actually take like, paying that money to two folks. Paying money to two people. And I get money, but fucked up, like, you say, like, high other creators who don't have a relationship. Like, they don't have that leverage. But that's why, I'm not going to say what streamer, but I texted a couple streamers that about 50 and I literally just don't keep up with that. I was going to sue you. The only reason I did this shit kept because they don't do it. You pay the money. I was like, okay, so you stop posting about it. That's what kept on blocking. And that's what, like, everything was doing. It's a grown man, show the face.
The biggest disinformation and misinformation page about content creators and streamers on the platform is backed by one of these digital game sites. And to be fair, 98% of them are. I think the method now is rack up some engagement naturally by discrediting these streamers and content creators. And then you'll start to see these pages pop up with a little logo next to their check mark or some sort of stamp or watermark on the pictures, videos, etc. on these platforms. Every once in a while, you might see a tweet that says, hey, this person might do well today, or this person might not do well today. Those are clear indications that they're being backed by these people. And I don't even know how realistic the conversion is, but ultimately, it's just a nasty way to think about it. Anything positive about a certain creator or a certain platform gets amplified, and anything involving other creators on different platforms, totally passing that situation, gets framed negatively. And it's not even settled anymore. Kickchamp himself came out and said that he was doing these things on purpose, partially because he's getting paid, but also due to the fact that, he has some sort of hatred in his heart or belief about the different streamers.
It's like Crazy Texas.
What?
I was tirade.
Where you get that from, bro?
What? That's the reason why you hate Kai, because I'm not named B?
Streamers aren't even competing with each other anymore. They're literally competing with these platforms. I told you all that Duke didn't seem to be a little bit disappeared from the internet along with other streamers. We came to the internet and talked about this trend of hate that's going on and how it can easily turn into an avalanche on top of a creator.
The internet is a bunch of like dick eating ass, dick riding ass, dick swallowing ass, dick gobbling ass, dick guzzling ass, niggas, bro. This is how the internet is. So, like, when one thing happens, it's a big ass snowball effect of like everybody hopping on what the fuck really going on. And whether you like it, whether you hate it, it's gonna happen, bro. But if you get on this internet as long as, you know what I'm saying, we have, you know that, nigga, this shit don't phase or affect nothing. Like, nigga, we know that y'all dumb. If I'm keeping it bad, like, bro, we know that there's actually dumbass motherfuckers on the internet.
I just downloaded that shit too, bro.
Real or Photoshop or AI, or just motherfuckers who don't know what's real or what's fake, so they believe everything in bold fun. All you gotta do is post some shit in bold fun.
Now, in my experience, what he's saying is true. The digital effects don't necessarily matter, but the problem is that they turn into real life implications. Like Tyson has said, he got calls about his situation. They said he was kicked off of Nike gave him a phone call. And I've seen people in real time run up to creators and ask them about something that I knew was on a fake clipping page. And so what do you think is going to happen when creators have to be careful with their words, because everything that they say can be repackaged, repurposed, re-headlined, and configured in a way that makes them look like something as evil as a criminal. They'll talk less. They'll react less. They'll take fewer risks. They'll go offline more. They'll protect their energy. It's not because they fell out of love with content creating, but the ecosystem ultimately punishes authenticity. It's a strange space that we live in because they've gotten so popular and so famous that they don't have to do these different things. And I'm not blaming the fans for this. Granted, they are the consumers and the perpetuators of said narratives going on, but they're not the catalysts. They're not the starters of this. The platform, they're incentivizing misrepresentations, the outrage, the low-effort narratives. They're giving them reach. They're giving them money. They're giving them visibility. And from my understanding, they get paid a good bit of money. And until that incentive structure changes, then nothing else will. And I see this starting to hit every major mainstream platform.
It's only $26?
I see this happening in every
What? Nigga, I'm finna buy that shit right now. Hold on, give me a second. My bad, y'all. I'm gonna be right back.
And for me in this channel, I think it does mean we have to move a little bit different as to what we have to talk about. Not even in a bad way, but just the fact that streamers and content creators are going to be moving different. They won't give us the moments that bring up bigger conversations anymore. They won't give us the viral moments. They won't even do the things that can be praised and glazed. They just won't do anything at all. I guess like maybe we start commentating on the relationship side of the internet and talk about what you bring to the table in 50-50, or is this person a racist or not racist? I don't know, but I do know one thing. I do know we're going to see less of streamers for the remainder of 2026.
Dude, Madden is $20 fucking dollars, bro. I'm buying that shit right now as we fucking speak.
Yes, I do.
This is a hostage situation, and the scammers have two choices.
Yeah.
One, beg for their computer, or two, kill their internet, shut down, and disappear.
Do not turn your computer off. If you turn it off, it's going to be gone forever.
We put a virus on their system, so if they do shut down, the only thing they can do is watch their computer die.
When they back up, it's the only thing they're gonna see.
We'll start on October 7th, where we spend some time doing a collection stream. Basically, our goal isn't to waste time, but instead to hack as many scammers as we can.
Yes, is Steve still there?
Yes, I'm Steve. How can I help you?
It says allow remote control. Carry a partner.
I just brought Madden.
So essentially what we're doing is I'm just kind of logging in and I'm using the fact that I assume this number being routed.
Woo! Boy, I'm tripping. Spending too much money.
Like Brogan said, we're trying to get the scammer to connect to us as quickly as possible. Because as soon as the scammer does that, we can reverse the connection and ultimately hack the system. Which we successfully do, but there's a bit of an issue.
Should I just go forward with this guy? I mean, he's an internet terror.
The unfortunate thing about hacking scammers is that we're at the mercy of their internet speed. If it's bad, we can only get so strong a signal. And when the connection's lagging, there's a much higher risk of us being caught when we start messing with their system. So for a lot of these guys, we'll bank their computer and monitor them off stream to quietly prevent scams and to gather information that we can provide to authorities. This was our plan for Steve here, until we started browsing his files, and then we came across this.
Gosh dang it, dude. Are you kidding me?
Little knee slap.
Why do scammers start exposing themselves constantly?
Line up!
Well, I have an idea.
What do you think?
I want to put a tripwire on his computer that if he shuts down, that his computer's toast either way.
So we got to work building our program, and while we were doing that, we happened to receive a phone call.
What we should do is hold on, I'll tell you in a second.
Hello?
Hello, yes ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah, who's this?
This is Steven again. I just gave you my number and the line got disconnected.
Oh, I thought you said everything was done.
No, I did not say everything was done.
Oh, okay.
Now, all we gotta do is buy some time until we're ready to strike. Steve has us fill out a fake refund form, and then he instructs us to open our bank page so you can manipulate it and later sell us on the illusion that a large amount of money was deposited.
Obviously, as you guys can see, this is our fake bank. They blocked the screen out, but we can still see what's happening.
They are working on their refund, and when the refund arrives in your account, you will see it in your statement, okay? And you said the computer is how many years old, ma'am?
71.
You are 71, but you sound like you're 40, ma'am. Trust me on that. How come you sound so young?
Do you want to know the truth?
Yes, like you speak well, you sound well, you have good knowledge.
You know, I have a thinking room. I've got this thinking room in my house. It's got blue walls and it's got a yellow door. And when I look at the blue walls, it makes me think of the ocean. The thing about that is if we were to think about ourselves like the ocean, think about all the possibilities in life, about if we were to be the ocean, our minds are the ocean, our minds are the possibilities. We could take those possibilities and be anything that we wanted, just like the blue walls. Let's say you had blue walls, right? For instance, you can now start thinking that the blue walls for you are not a barrier to your life. They're not enclosing you in, but rather you can sink your subconscious into those walls. So next time you come to a point in your life, Lionel, that it's too hard, it's too much, you're not going to get there, look at your blue walls. Sit and look at the walls around you. Look at the blue walls and know that it means possibility.
Right.
After this, Steve tells us that a mistake happened and that we received $24,000 and that money needs to be quote-unquote returned to him. However, we just got confirmation that our program is finished and working.
All right, so we're getting everything set up to do the confrontation with this guy. Like I said, we're going to confront him. We're going to put something on his computer. After 10 seconds, it opens up the map link on his computer and it shows his picture with a lock screen. And we have the password to unlock his computer and he's going to have to beg for it. If he shuts his computer down, then he's screwed.
I have something I want to tell you, Shaiz. Do not turn your computer off. Your computer is...
Leave it. Yes, leave
Shaiz,
it.
your computer's hostage right now. Okay? Do not shut off your computer right now. I am the only one who has the passcode. You have 5 minutes to beg for your computer back or it's going to be destroyed forever. Shaiz, do not turn your computer off. If you turn it off, it's going to be gone forever.
Oh, God.
He's never coming back.
He's never coming back. And he didn't beg for it.
Honestly, we can't even get him back even if we wanted to.
Yeah, suffice to say, we didn't get the response we wanted. And to
Yeah, man.
since our program permanently broke the scammer's computer, we're not able to try it again. But at the same time, who said we have to make this specific guy beg? After all, there's plenty of scammers out there, and plenty of systems that we can take over.
Is this Microsoft?
Yes, this is Microsoft. This is Roy Miller. How are you doing today?
Meet Roy. He's our real target for this video. And on top of everything you're about to see during this call, our time with him will eventually lead us to leaving our office and trying to intercept a $40,000 scam in real time.
All right, here we go. It is even worse. It's really worse.
But before we get there, we need him to connect to our system so we can reverse it. Or do we?
Bro, we already have it.
Open it.
So when Roy tries to connect to us, we can see his desktop name. Remember when I said we like to store scammers when we can't initially do anything to them? Well, we have a database we can search through, and when we searched Roy's system, we got a match. We opened it to make sure, and there he was, typing our information into remote access software. So since we know we have him, we're gonna try and wind him up throughout the whole connection process.
Now, whatever comes up, let me know, okay? You keep updating me.
Sir, can you please speak just a tad louder?
I'm speaking way louder. Sir. Can you please put me on speaker that you can hear me more?
Yeah, that's fine. I have you on speaker, but it's like you're whispering.
I'm not whispering. I'm talking like my throat out.
Thank you for helping with that.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about it, but I'm trying to help you to fix it up, okay? Read out to me my...
Huh?
Arey badawa chod. I want you to read the number.
Oh, he's calling me a deaf.
Read your mobile number.
Read my mobile number?
Yes.
Okay, do you have a piece of pen and paper?
Yeah, I have it.
1362.
Okay.
Now wait.
Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Huh? All right, he wrote down on his customer
Now what
thing.
do you see on your screen?
He wrote down deaf customer, Behra customer. Close it down?
No.
Close my computer down?
Sir, you don't have to listen, okay? You wait. Can you understand? Wait.
Yeah.
Now, during that whole thing, in the background, we were going through the process of finding his exact location. And finally, we got a ping at this hotel in Goa, India.
All right, so we have this exact location of the scammer. He might be watching, so I'm not going to show it up on the screen, unfortunately.
So now that we have some identifiers, we can move to trying to get Roy to beg for mercy.
It's going in and out of black screen.
Now what do you see on your screen, sir?
All right, now I can see it. It says, up now it's back to black.
What do you see on your computer?
All right, I'm tired of playing. I need you to beg for your computer network back. You need to beg me.
What?
If you don't beg me for your network back, I'm going to expose you. I have lots of information on you. You need to beg me right now. You understand?
What do you have? Tell me.
I know the villa. I know the villa you're in. You need to beg me. Roy,
Okay.
are you going to? Are you gonna ask for mercy, Roy? You have 10 seconds.
I will.
You have 10 seconds.
Yes, I will.
Right now,
Okay.
you have 10 seconds or else I will send you know who to your villa. You have 10 seconds.
What,
Beg,
sir?
beg me to not take down your network. You have 10 seconds.
Okay, I beg you. Do not take my network.
That's it? I don't think that's very sincere, Roy.
Why, sir?
Roy from Goa, I know exactly where and what your villa is. I've already talked to you before, Roy. You better beg for mercy. This is your last chance. Your network
Okay, we
will
are
be
begging.
destroyed.
We are begging.
Why did you call me Beha? Oh my god. We are begging.
Now, of course, after all that, Roy shut down. But this story is far from over. The next day, his system came back online. And based on what he was doing, he was definitely scared.
This is Roy from yesterday, and now he's watching the stream back.
Yeah, and like we barely did anything. Like we touched one thing. He's like on the verge of like, am I hacked? Am I not hacked?
Like imagine the point in time where you're like, oh crap, it was scammer payback.
So over the following week, we continued to watch Roy. And eventually, I guess he concluded that he wasn't hacked because he went right back to scamming. Now, I mentioned while we're watching scammers, we quietly prevent scams. And the best way to do that is getting in contact with the victim and having them disconnect without saying a word. But on October 17th, we were watching Roy scam a victim that had over $100,000 in her bank. On top of that, Roy was using a very unusual and frankly disgusting method to access that account, and we'll talk about that in a minute here. Of course, we pulled the victim's phone number and tried to contact her, but no dice. However, at one point, Roy pulled up her address, and we realized that she's actually very close to us. So maybe, just maybe, we have a shot at intercepting the scam in person.
Let's go.
Alright, so Pierogi, Knight, and Seven are about to go head out to try and save a victim that's probably like an hour away from us. The scammers were logged into her bank account, and I'm actually gonna show you guys this now. She just withdrew $40,000. But yeah, hopefully she's heading home so that they can intercept her. If she's heading somewhere else, it might be kind of tough to catch her.
Such pieces of trash, man. These guys were on the victim's bank account, on their computer. So they weren't even on her computer, they were on their computer, watching her bank account. So that means they had her username and password. I just hope she's not going to Bitcoin ATM. I hope we don't get that call from Daniel. If we do, we're possibly screwed, and we're gonna have to scramble. If not, then we'll just go take care of this and stop another Havala package. I might spear a Havala guy if somebody shows up at the house.
Spear?
You might spear him, you know, like Goldberg.
Something I want to give a little bit of clarity to is exactly how Roy was able to access the victim's bank account on his system. Now, typically what the scammers are going to do is they will do all this illegal activity on the victim's computer themselves because it doesn't point back to the scammer. So there must have been something that happened where he was losing access to the victim's computer or phone, but he had her username and password, and I can only assume that he had all the security questions that you may get when you log in for the first time from somewhere differently, but he was doing all this on his computer, and he was able to pretty much track what was going on, the victim going to the bank and getting the money out. He got the visual confirmation that she had gotten the $40,000 out, and he didn't even need access to her computer anymore. And I want to highlight that this is sick, this is disgusting. I've never seen it happen before, where a scammer literally logs in to a victim's bank account from his computer. Now, there comes a point where Roy is pulling up the victim's actual physical address through her bank account. And that is a huge mistake because it reveals that the victim's actually really close to us, and Roy could have never really known that because when we're on the phone with him, we're actually giving him a fake location like Sarasota, Florida, or San Diego, California. And in order to achieve that, we have to use NordVPN, which makes it look as if we're from that location. I use NordVPN whenever I deal with these criminals. It's super easy to use. One click of a button, I'm connected to their servers immediately. My IP address is hidden. My internet traffic is encrypted. And it doesn't matter if I'm on my host, VMs, a phone, or even a smart TV, NordVPN is on every major platform to protect you. Their servers are lightning fast, so when you're connected to them, you won't even notice that you're on a VPN. Now, that's important for me when I'm scam baiting because I deal with scammers in different countries and latency can be a problem, but not with NordVPN. And an additional feature that we love to use here in the office is their MeshNet functionality, and it's pretty much like a virtual connection that you can make with other users or other computers around the world, where you can do things like send files safely, securely, or even do virtual LAN parties safely and securely, which is really cool. So head on over to nordvpn.com/Pierogi for an exclusive 4-month free offer on top of their great discount for the 2-year plans. You can try it risk-free for 30 days. If you don't like it, I know you're going to love it. You get your money back guaranteed over at nordvpn.com/Pierogi. Thank you so much, Nord, for partnering with us on this video.
About 15 minutes later, we get into the neighborhood.
All right, so let's not say any identifiers. Here, you talk. I'll be back in a minute.
Pierogi goes up and knocks on the victim's door, and nothing. No answer. So he knocks on the neighbor's doors, and then...
I went to the ring doorbell of the next door neighbor, and the lady made some excuse, and then somebody else was yelling at me on the ring doorbell. When do you guys try to call Dan?
Yeah, we should call to see what is actually on.
I'll pull him up. Hello? Hey, are you seeing anything different on the screen?
I'm calling right now.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Now, back at the office, Daniel, Cena, and Maze can see the scammer's computer from our machines. And when we go to check it, we find some bad news.
He's looking up probably that looks like a gas station that might have a Bitcoin ATM.
And that address he's looking that up?
It's on the screen right now. It doesn't look like the mouse isn't moving around, so they might not be by the computer, but it's the most recent thing on the screen, and it's in the area that you guys are in.
There's no other tabs or anything?
There's one other tab open to maps, but I can't see what the address is. Oh, actually that's a genius idea.
It should be in my videos folder under Roy.
Okay, got it. I'll take a look, and then I will let you know if anything else shows up.
No worries, guys.
Alright, thanks guys. I mean, look at this. That looks like a place where there'd be a Bitcoin ATM, right? So, dude, you're gonna have to put 40K in a Bitcoin ATM?
Alright, we're like 11 minutes away, but they're also ahead by a little bit, so we don't know.
While we were driving, we also started digging to see what kind of place the victim was going to, so we could figure out exactly what the scammer was trying to have her do.
Oh yeah, Bitcoin Depot.
Oh, it is Bitcoin.
It is Bitcoin, yep. Okay. Alright, here we go. It is Bitcoin. Gosh dang it.
That's even worse.
It is even worse.
That means we gotta be fast.
It's really worse.
Finally, about 10 minutes later, we arrived at the gas station.
Alright, so we got... What's this guy doing? Not a lot of people here. Alright, I'm gonna go check. I'll be right back. I will be right back. Hey, was there someone that was using the Bitcoin ATM at all? No? Okay, because there's a lady that's like being scammed right now, and I'm trying to drive and stop her because she's got like $40,000, and they were sending her to this address.
Now, real quick, we're gonna break the fourth wall right here because I have to point out how crazy this is. While Pierogi is in the gas station talking with the clerk, you can see this white SUV pull up next to us.
That's the lady.
Well, we're gonna find out later that that's actually the victim. And if we had pulled up even 5 minutes later, she would have already been inside depositing money into the crypto ATM. I mean, what are the freaking odds of that?
And no one today.
Gotcha,
I called the black lady yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And I asked her, and she's like, no, I know who's on the phone. I'm like, okay, I just wanted to make sure because she's like, I'm sending it to my bank. I'm like, I don't think that's your bank. But
That was yesterday?
Yes, I don't know if it's that, if that's them. But
Okay. Alright, I appreciate it. Alright, we're gonna wait this out for a second. The store person said that there was a lady yesterday that came by here. And she said, yeah, I'm not getting scammed. I'm on the phone with my bank. So whoever that was getting scammed.
I wonder if this is the second time they're doing this.
Possibly.
You know, because like if they already had the login and stuff, there's clearly a lot of time invested in this.
There is an elderly lady next to us right now.
She's on the phone.
And she's talking to somebody. Alright, here we go. She just grabbed like a purse.
If you see like a big bag, 40 grand.
She grabbed a like envelope looking thing that looks like the same from the bank.
If she walks in and lingers for a second,
Yep, we got her. I think this is her.
It's a good possibility.
I think we've got her.
Yeah, she's on the phone.
Yeah, she's on the phone.
Can we add Daniel if there's audio coming through there?
Give me 1 sec. One sec. How do I turn the mic on?
This is definitely her.
It has to be, dude. She's angry.
Who pulls into a gas station and sits there on the phone?
To be surveillance.
Yep, and then audio feeds.
Yep, audio feeds, and then the mic is the first one.
And then right click open.
I think this is her.
I don't hear anything. Did you go in there and...
Well, I went in there and asked the
Yeah, the clerk, right?
yeah, but there's a lady that just pulled in and she looks probably in her 60s and she's on the phone and talking and she grabbed like a kind of an envelope. You know, like it's not an envelope, but it's like
when you pull cash out, they give it to you in like one of those papers.
Yeah. All right, she's getting out of the seatbelt. This has to be it. No, we're good. We're straight.
Oh, yeah. Oh my, that's her.
Let's go, baby! Let's freaking go! Yep, we got it. Yep.
Ma'am, can you put it on mute? Can you put your phone on mute? Those guys are scammers. They're trying to take your money. Can you hang up on them? Or can you give me the phone really quickly? I want to yell at them really quickly. Is that okay? Or do you want to yell at them? Hello, Beta. You think you could take her money?
Yes, I can hear him talking to him in there.
Oh, this is Scammer Payback, and you thought that you were smarter than me? You're not going to take her money. She's safe, Beta. Don't you ever think you could take money from innocent people. Don't you ever. You understand me, Beta? It's Scammer Payback, and you know exactly who I am. May Tera Bapun, I'm your daddy. So you might as well shut down for the day because you're about to be exposed. You understand me? Bye, Beta. Okay. So, those guys are scammers that were trying to... That's $40,000, right?
Yes.
I know.
It did not feel right.
Can I go to the bank and help explain?
Yes.
Okay. I'm so happy we...
Dude, talk about down to the wire.
Yeah,
They got
literally.
there
That's
5
crazy.
before she showed up. Literally in the nick of time.
that is
Man,
that is
that's
actually
crazy,
the closest victim
dude.
save we've ever had.
Yeah.
I run a YouTube channel. It's called Scammer Payback, and we saw what was happening. And we saw that... I know. It's okay, though. You're safe now. Do you know the closest bank? I know this is a lot. Yeah. Okay, can we go meet over there? Is that okay? All right. It's gonna be okay. I'm so sorry.
It did not feel right. Things did not feel right.
Well, you're safe now, okay?
How did you know you saw me?
I'll tell you everything, yes. I promise, I'll tell you everything, okay?
After all this, we went to the bank with the victim.
So there's a lady that was just in here and she got $40,000 out of her account.
Now you may recognize that there's no visual here, and the reason being is because when I showed up and informed the bank what had happened, the banker was not very pleased with me.
If you have a seat, we'll handle this, okay?
Okay, well, yeah, because I'm making sure she's safe because she just took...
Trying to a privacy for our client, so if you have a seat, we'll handle it.
Okay, because it wasn't handled, that's why I'm here, because she was going to lose her money, so I'm just making sure she's good. You know, the only reason I'm here is to make sure that she returns the money successfully into her account. You know what I mean?
I'm going to speak from the heart here a little bit because I get very frustrated when I'm at the bank. And I'm not saying that all banks are at fault, but I think that they need to take more accountability with regards to scams. And they're not going to be able to stop everything, but they need to put technology, better training of their people in place to be able to make it harder for victims to lose their money. Now, I know as a customer, we have the right to take our money out and put it in. Like, I get that with banks. But it feels as if sometimes banks are trying to protect themselves from like a legal or compliance standpoint of, hey, we did this, so we're okay, even though they allowed this sweet lady to take out $40,000 out of her account. And I think that this is indicative of a huge problem where banks are not putting these kind of stopgaps in place where it makes it harder for somebody to lose all of their money because we're not going to be able to get to every single victim. Now, typically what we will do to a scammer once we're done with everything, just like the first casualty, is we'll destroy the computer so they can't go after anyone ever again. But Roy is a very special case. Not only was he trying to steal $40,000 from a very sweet grandma, but she had just had a stroke. I want you guys to think about the mental and emotional turmoil that she was going through. And
Facts. Doing God's work.
Andrew Tate and Nick Fuentes have gone from praising Hitler and the Nazis.
Buddy, it's Führer Friday. It is Hitler Friday. Shut up.
You know, I'm kind of thinking we should bring the Nazi salute back.
Hitler was a and kind of a pagan. It's like, well, he was also really cool.
To now defending Jeffrey Epstein.
Epstein's my boy, dude. Let's just be honest. Epstein was cool as... There, I said it.
One of the most evil and depraved people the world has ever seen, which is just insane by itself. But when you factor in everything we continue to learn from these Epstein files that keep getting released, about how deep his billionaire pet network actually went.
All the way back in 2005, where these charges are from, we already had evidence that Epstein was not working alone.
The deviant things that he did or played a part in to traffic minors to other rich people while also gathering evidence to blackmail.
Going back into the 3 million documents.
Right before the files dropped, guess what happens to Microsoft?
I be telling people, I said, that's Bill Clinton's son. He's a Crip from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Isn't that ironic? Massive gates keeping people out. I thought Billy didn't believe in borders.
Hey, Segovia, back with another one. Hope everyone out there is having a good day, y'all. We've got a good one coming up today. I had to lower the volume down a little bit, you know what I mean? Because this last video I put up yesterday, they gave me a hard time putting it out. I don't know if we got into too much pizza talk, too much Epstein talk, too much of...
So they have a wonderful day, everyone goes to bed, they leave that door open, they make sure that both the outside doors are completely locked so no one can come in, and around midnight, the 6-year-old son gets out of the bunk bed, runs to the parents' room, crying, very upset, and the parents are like, what's wrong? And he says that he saw a big kid with a dark shadow, terrified him, he does not want to stay in that room. The dad remembers that he closed all these doors, but he's never seen his son so freaked out, so he goes to check just to make sure he sees nothing. About 3 hours later, at 3 a.m., the mom frantically wakes up the husband and said, did you hear that? Did you hear someone scream, Mom? They're already kind of freaked out about their son, so the dad goes to check on the daughter, and she's sitting in the corner with a blanket on top of her, hyperventilating, terrified. And so the dad picks her up and also takes her to the other room. As he's carrying her, she says, be careful, Dad, he's still here. So again, the dad goes back, checks all the locks, everything is still closed, no one has been into this place. And so then he goes back to ask the daughter what she saw, like what's wrong. The daughter said she was laying on the top bunk when suddenly she saw something walking towards her, and she thought it was her father until he got closer. She said this thing was taller than her dad and skinnier than her dad and had white paper skin. She also said it had a ridiculously long neck. He asked her, are you sure it's not a blanket? And she said, absolutely not. I walked towards your door. The girl said she had ran to the corner and hid, and that she tried to stay very quiet because she was so scared. And the mom asked her, if you were so scared that you were staying quiet, why did you yell for me? And the girl said, I didn't. She had never said a word. So at this point, everyone's freaked out. They're all in the same room, and he closes this door, locks it. He was too afraid to go to sleep, so he kind of just chilled out, turned on a light, and relaxed and tried to calm down. Everyone else fell asleep. After the wife falls asleep, the dad notices that the closet light he had turned off by itself, so he got back up to turn it back on and it would not. So then he turned the bathroom light on. Not long after, he starts hearing loud banging coming from the conjoining door. He immediately got goosebumps and tried to convince himself it was not coming from that door, that it was not real. He ignored it. But eventually he started feeling vulnerable, just laying in the bed not doing anything, and he got up the courage to open the door, check it. Nothing was there, so he went and laid back down. Not long after, the mom appears to be having like a night terror. So the husband wakes her up like, what's wrong? Like, are you okay? So she wakes up and she tells her husband how she had this dream that she woke up in their exact bed. She got up to use the bathroom and somehow she ends up on the other side of this door. She was really freaked out, trying to get her husband's attention, banging on the door for him to let her inside, which is exactly what he had heard. After a long night, they wake up and they ask the kids separately what they saw, and the kids basically described the same thing. The only difference was the son said its eyes were glowing and the daughter didn't, but the daughter ran before it ever got close enough for her to see that. And the kids also said that it was talking in a language they didn't understand, like whispering words that didn't make sense. Anyway, the reason the person posted this was to see if anyone else has had this type of experience, if it's ever been reported to anyone at the hotel. Let me know, because this was crazy.
They ate humans. Disgusting. I wasn't aware of anything. I mean, about the murders, yes. But they eaten humans. They smell like human flesh. So, you know what happened to her?
I can guess.
Yeah, me either. Gabriella Rico disappeared in 2009 after apparently escaping an Epstein file.
Y'all surprised they eat people? I never forgot how Neil Patrick Harris did Amy Winehouse. Not even a week after that lady's death. As horrible as her life was and as documented as her life was, he got a cake of her dead fucking body and they ate it piece by piece for his birthday. I've never forgotten. So the fact that these EpiPen files, where the PDFs exist, like they're eating people, like this is so unsurprising to me. Because the way y'all did Amy Winehouse, I never forgot that shit. It never left my mind. Because as somebody who is a deeply empathetic person, deeply sympathetic, and loved Amy Winehouse from a very early age,
I try to realize, y'all, like, Amy's part of that clan, y'all. She's part of that clan. Like, you can't hate one side and say this side's holy and good. No, they're in the same parties. They're part of that clan. You know? At least that's what I think.
That's crazy, though.
I knew that was wrong.
Making
I knew that was wrong. I knew that was dirty. I knew that was satanic. Not gonna have to. Her spirit working on y'all. The spirit of her and everybody else who y'all wronged in this
That's
industry.
where people are asleep, y'all.
They're coming out to fight tonight.
Okay, have you seen this interview with Mel Gibson from 1998? And people called him crazy. In fact, they portrayed him as a raving lunatic. He was canceled before canceling became a thing. No studio wanted to work with him. So, what do you think he meant by this?
When I came over here, I was in my mid-20s.
Right.
The first time I really came over here. You know, I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand.
Right.
And nobody was really bothering to explain it to me.
They don't.
And and I formed a bunch of opinions about the town and about the people in it that were like, surely that couldn't be, because a whole place can't be like, you know, weird town, you know, where the stranger wanders in and all the people are in the bar and they all shut up when he looks at them and they tell you don't go to the house on the hill, and it's like that.
What's he mean?
And then you go away and you think, no, I was wrong. I mean, that's insane thinking. I'm paranoid. I imagined that stuff. That couldn't be the reason for why so-and-so was acting like, could it? And then you find out later on the track that you were exactly on track.
The question is, what did he mean by that? Crazy town, weird stuff going on, but that was Hollywood. Now, many people have came out and said, Hollywood is wholly weird. I think what's weird is that listen to this, Hollywood is in reference to the holy tree, many people think. The holy tree was used in ancient Rome that was believed to have magical powers, and they used the branches from a holy tree to make wands, okay? I'm talking Harry Potter. So the holy tree is considered magical, and then they call Hollywood, Hollywood. Despite there being no holly trees, to my understanding, I don't think there's many holly trees in Hollywood. But you could grow anything in California because you guys got that sunshine. But anyway, is Hollywood being used for magical purposes today? Magical in the way you may not think, like magical as in programming your mind, altering your perception with conditioning and programming. Hello? And why is it we've seen so many people like not Taylor Swift, she too, but the girl Hannah Montana went from this innocent girl, haha, funny, happy show, to like the Miley Cyrus we know, who does all kinds of crazy stuff on stage now, which grew up with millions of women, young girls watching her, and then she turns into that. Like, that's mass programming for sure, conditioning, etc. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What the same damn's going on, and follow for more.
What press? From a radio station in San Bernardino. I know there's a conspiracy about the space shuttle.
No, I want to be polite.
There she is. This person approached Judy Resnick and attempted to politely engage with her regarding the Challenger shuttlecraft mission.
Hey, Judy? How you doing? I'm from the press. I just had a quick question, if you don't mind.
What press?
I'm from a radio station in San Bernardino. You know, I know there's a conspiracy about the space shuttle. No, I want to be polite.
There she is.
Friendly, just a question.
And there she goes.
So there's a lot of rumors about you being on that space shuttle. Obviously, you know, if you want to comment, we would really appreciate it.
Well, unlike Michael J. Smith, who ended up basically having a full-fledged conversation with the individual, she just effed right off. Which, depending on your stance, could be evidence for or against. But it tends to lean on the side of eyebrow raising. So here they all are.
Pilot Mike Smith, followed by Christian McCall, teacher in space. Ellison Onizuka, and payload specialist Greg Jarvis.
So one question that's been brought up a lot is that if they did show them entering the space shuttle, how did they get out? Where did they go?
Anyone who goes to Mars will never return to Earth. Imagine boarding a spaceship to Mars, knowing you'll never come home. This isn't science fiction, it's brutal reality, and the reason lies in your own body. A Mars mission lasts 2 to 3 years. During this time, your body changes so dramatically that a return becomes impossible. Let's start with the invisible danger. Cosmic radiation 700 times stronger than on Earth. That's equivalent to 632 CT scans. This causes irreversible DNA damage, increased risk of cancer, and cognitive impairment. But that's just the beginning. At the same time, your body loses 3% of its bone mass every month. After 2 years, 50% is gone. Brittle, like severe osteoporosis. Muscles disappear simultaneously. The biggest problem is your heart. It shrinks by 20% and becomes too weak to pump blood against Earth's gravity. Even standing up could cause heart failure. Scientists are working on solutions, but nothing is ready. So for now, Mars is a one-way mission.
So the snow's not melting. We finally, in the past, multiple weeks, had a day of decent sunshine. Well, that's gone away now. Now I'm looking at a white haze once again. Because we're living here with devils. If you haven't figured that out yet, humans aren't the only species here, guys. I know, super crazy and hard to believe. Well, that's because you have a closed mind. But not only is this snow not gripping onto tree branches, there's a whole lot of shit getting found inside of it that I'm going to show you here in a second. And there's also many people in the comments of my previous viral video, which, by the way, they took 400 fucking thousand views off of right before it was about to reach 1 million views. I went to bed with the video at 840,000 views. I woke up with the video magically back down to 390,000 views. Gee, it's only been a couple days since the takeover of TikTok from the Every Single Time Club, and they're already doing shit like this, claiming that there's inauthentic view counts found on videos. Many people in my comments of that video are stating, well, we tried to burn it, it doesn't melt. A woman even left the snow in a cup in her house, which was 74 degrees in her house. It didn't melt. Why is that? Many of you are guessing. Well, I'm going to show you exactly what it is. Because, my friends, when you start to understand and learn the language of these creatures we inhabit this realm with, well, then you'll know that they use movies, media, and forms of entertainment. Enter, and tani means hold, so they enter into your subconscious and get a hold of your emotions. Makes sense now why people are going fucking crazy? And they use those things to now openly tell you exactly what they're doing to us, and most people out there don't even pick up on it. Here, let me give you an example, and then I'm going to show you exactly what's being found in this fucking snow. You want to talk about creepy crawlers? And I know exactly what it is. I would love to tell you and go into detail on that, but you can't do that on here, because this is now a app, as of the 22nd. Here you go, my friends. A lot of people saying the snow smells like burnt plastic. Well, read along. It's raining plastic, literally. Researchers found cloud water from mountaintops saturated with microplastic sheets. How did that happen? These particles act as seeds for ice, making storms form faster and stronger than nature intended. We have polluted the sky so bad we changed the fucking clouds. No, we didn't. They did. Scientists found microplastics in clouds that are actively changing the weather. You see, my friends, there's something called universal law in this realm we live in, okay? And there's certain laws that these evildoers follow. And one of those is that if they tell you what they're doing to you, and we the people in turn do nothing about it, well then they avoid karmic retribution. Because the saying, what goes around comes around, exists for a reason. You guys might not believe that, but the universal consciousness of humanity is what dictates our reality, which is why they share nothing but fear in the media. Do you ever see a feel-good story anymore, or acts of humanity? No, you don't.
Very rarely.
They do it because fear keeps you in a lower consciousness and lowers your vibration, keeping you stuck in a state of perpetual fight or flight. And when you are stressed out and fearful, the 6th time, you guys can message me. I have a help page on here you can also contact me at. And I'm also moving on to other plaques, FORMS. Now watch this. Now you see that big strand down there, my friends? That's a synthetic FIBER. And look at all these. Now wait till the image becomes a little bit more clear. There you go. What was that squiggling? Just wait till you see the one that starts to spiral. Boy, isn't that lovely? Look at all that life in the snow. There it is, guys. See that? Look at it spiraling. And parents are making snow cream on social media here with this. Right here. They're giving it to their kids. Holy shit. Guys, do you have your eyes open? I mean, just take a look at this, guys. Here it comes. Ready? Watch what comes across the screen. There it is. See that? Then, of course, you have this cluster of what the here. Well, that's not just anything, my friends. That is what is being found in the BODY of many people who took a certain something back in 2021, if you know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I have to code it on here. Now that they've got control of every damn platform, we're gonna have to invent a new language. I'm gonna have to fucking start signing to you and clicking and clacking. And with that, my friends, I am out of here. I know, don't make fun of me in the fucking comments. I'll come for you too. Stay aware, stay awake, stay alive. See you later.
Now that I know Jeffrey Epstein was involved in Call of Duty, this makes a lot more sense. Check this out. The Utopia map looks like the smart city that they want to build in Gaza.
It does look like it.
Like, go look it up. It looks like the smart city they want to build in Gaza.
Nuketown.
Nothing's pure. This is absolute insanity. Tell me I'm crazy.
I mean, but what's coming from it? Like, I was telling my girl today while I was drinking some coffee, like, they're talking about Bill Gates. I'm like, he's still owner of Microsoft. He still has control over our food. Still has control over these things. He's still rich. He's still going to be hanging out with these people. Like, what's coming from this? What's happening? Nothing. Like, I mean, I hate to say, but who cares that they're showing us these files? Nothing's coming from it. Nothing. Sure, there's a little bit of pawns here, the ditties, these little...
But the more and more that this is playing out, I wouldn't be surprised, y'all, if Jay didn't even show up to the Super Bowl behind this. See, the minute they brought up Russell Wilson's name in the Epstein files, he came right out, smashed it, said that shit ain't true, whatever. All these other celebrities is trying to ignore it and act like it's just gonna vanish. It ain't going nowhere. They already got Bad Bunny doing the Super Bowl, so they done X'd out the hip-hop shit. Don't be surprised, y'all, if the NFL hits up Jay-Z and say, you know what? Sit this one out, sport. I need you to come out, Jay, and say, look, I didn't have no dealings with Harvey Weinstein with the eeny-weeny-peeny. I never dealt with Jeffrey Epstein or nobody like that. Until I hear that, we're gonna speculate. I don't like it. What if I told you?
I realized that, and it makes me chuckle, because I realized that God is the air that I breathe, that I'm not even responsible for my own consciousness, my own sense of being aware. I'm not responsible for that. This substance, this thing right here, this, whatever this right here, we think it's air. But I realize that if I stop, close my nose and mouth for 4 minutes, if I'm separated from this substance for 4 minutes, my heart don't stop, my brain don't even stop, my body functions don't stop. The first thing I lose is consciousness. I pass out. I can no longer stay aware. So I started to say, well, wait a minute. I'm not just breathing in air. I'm breathing in consciousness. I'm inhaling and exhaling God itself. And this air is conscious.
Wake up, people. You can't actually think that all of these files got released and one woman sitting in jail, Ghislaine Maxwell, and no men. And look, she's disgusting. So I'm all for her being in jail. But no one else? No men at all? It says everything.
If you knew
who was really behind Bitcoin. Really behind Bitcoin. You would run as fast as you fucking could to sell it.
How doesn't he tell us?
I know.
Right? You know, tell us. Talk us
100%.
cheap.
If you knew who owned Bitcoin or who started Bitcoin, you had Bitcoin, you couldn't sleep at night. I know.
We cannot let you go until you and I speak about LeBron James.
Oh, God. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So the first thing I want to know from you,
Yeah.
do you think the Los Angeles Lakers want him back next year?
I think they don't mind him being back if it's at a cheaper price, but I think the word want is too strong. From everything that I've been told, even first of all, you have no choice but to respect him. He's one of the greatest players to have ever lived. And he did help bring a championship to their squad, even though it was in a bubble. I respect it, but a lot of people don't. But I have no problem with the championship. The championship, chip, right? You got a chip. But I do think that along the way, before Luka arrived, there was a level of carte blanche that he knew he had. That in his own way he may have exercised in their eyes.
Yeah.
And as a result, they got a bit annoyed and turned off by it. So the opportunity to get Luka wasn't just because he's great, but because he was also younger.
Yeah.
And he had a longer period where you can look forward to him being a Laker, whereas LeBron is scheduled to retire in a year now.
Right.
And you were ready for the future to belong to somebody else. And it's not a knock against LeBron, because if it was, I wouldn't hesitate to knock it. But it's not. But this is reality. You're not Kobe. You're not somebody that started out there and was there from day one.
Right. Yep.
You know, the Lakers, even though they appreciate, listen, they even treated Shaq differently than they treated Kobe. Magic, Kobe, you know, cats that were there from the beginning and stayed there. The Lakers historically look at them a little bit differently than they look like a transplant who they've inherited.
Right.
So because of that, if you combine that with this feeling that you really exercising your cachet, there's gonna be some resentment. And they may not want you to leave, but they certainly wanted to diminish the supposed power you either thought or actually had.
Okay. From what I hear, what I see, what I believe, I don't think the Lakers wanted LeBron back before this season. It was his option to return at $50-ish million.
Right.
And so they couldn't stop him from returning. But here's what nobody talks about that I believe they full well know, starting with the GM and Jeannie obviously at the top.
Okay.
LeBron James, since that Mickey Mouse championship that you spoke of, it was a pandemic.
Stop the Mickey
Okay,
Mouse.
well, it was a pandemic. I know you say it's a chip, but it's a pandemic championship in the bubble when most teams didn't want to be there after a while. So he won it by default. So I give you that. It does count. You get the big trophy and all that. But it's,
I'll say something about it in a
it's
second.
an asterisk. Go ahead. Just say.
I want to say,
Okay.
I want to say, because this is very important, I don't think people brought this up. I don't delegitimize the championship. Chip is a chip. You won it, and I give them a lot of credit because to be in that damn bubble and to want to stay, to want to win it, I mean, those were some tough times. That's a once-in-a-century situation.
Okay, but you're the last team standing.
I feel you on that, but
Okay,
what I'm
yeah.
saying is you deserve a lot of credit for being competitive and wanting to do it under those conditions.
Yeah.
Number one, here's the only argument that I believe people can make against the Lakers and the legitimacy of the chip. And nobody has brought this up that I've heard. You can't, it's impossible for you to assume that Anthony Davis would have been a
available for you if they had to play an 82-game season. If
Right.
if the season had
Right,
never been
so-
halted and there wasn't a 4-month hiatus,
It
and
was.
you had to go through the
Okay,
season
you're right.
nonstop, Anthony Davis, the belief was Anthony Davis wouldn't have been available for you.
Well,
so that is
well,
legitimate.
LeBron at an advanced age got 4 months off before the bubble.
Yeah,
right?
but what I'm
Okay.
saying is LeBron has earned the trust of basketball lovers everywhere to be able to say what we saw in the finals, what we saw in the playoffs in the bubble, we would have seen from him in the playoffs in April, May, and June. Anthony Davis hadn't because we had not seen him be available. Right. And there were questions. I mean, no, we weren't as extreme as Charles Barkley. You understand? Who called them street clothes. But there's a lot of people that were feeling you would have seen them in street clothes.
Yeah.
So because that period gave you the reprieve necessary in order for him to be available, you can make an argument that wouldn't have happened if the season hadn't been interrupted.
Okay.
That's it.
Here's what the Laker brass knows that no one ever talks about. Since that Mickey Mouse championship, LeBron James and company, 12-20 in postseason games.
Yeah.
For him individually, that's the worst winning percentage of any active player in the postseason. 12-20. And over the last 3 years, LeBron and company, 2-12 in the postseason. And listen, this man has been a disappearing act in the fourth quarters of the last 3 years of playoff runs. 2 of them very quick and short. But even if we go back to the Denver, they got to the conference championship, they got swept by Denver, and Denver's on its way to winning it all. But in those 4 fourth quarters, LeBron shot 7 of 23 and 1 of 10 from 3. And during that series, he set an NBA record for missed consecutive fourth quarter threes of 20 in a row. He missed 20 straight threes in the fourth quarters of those Denver games. And I know for a fact the Laker brass was not happy with that performance. That's when Austin Reeves almost saved it for him because he's the one you can trust.
Well, I recently saw this stat where 3-pointers made or missed with like less than 5 seconds left in regulation or overtime. LeBron was like 0 for 17. So it's like, but we're not judging LeBron on 3-point shots like he's Steph Curry or Klay Thompson.
Right.
So we got to remember that.
Okay, I got it.
Secondly, let's analyze. If I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, one of those playoff losses were the Phoenix Suns when Chris Paul and them were there.
That was the first one.
That was the first one.
Okay.
They missed the playoffs thereafter.
That was in 6 games.
They missed the playoffs thereafter.
Yep.
Then after that, Darvin Ham's your coach.
Yeah.
You get to the conference.
They did. And they got
Jokic, but it was Jokic.
It was.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when they lost in the first round of next year, it was Jokic.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like who you lost
Which
to
you went down
matters.
in 5, but
who,
go ahead.
Who
Yep.
you lost to matters.
All right.
You lose last year.
Okay.
Ant-Man. And Rudy and let's bring this up. The Los Angeles Lakers were so pathetic defensively. Rudy Gobert looked like the second coming of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He did.
I mean, think about that. I mean, I'm just saying, like there are like to know basketball, which I know you know. Where Skip and I would argue is that once again I'm bringing up a nugget, so I'm helping you out here. Okay.
Yeah.
One of the nuggets is that is to attack his perspective. Let me tell you something, my brother. This man is a master at leaving out the points that will hurt his argument. He does it on purpose. He knows. You're not surprising him. It's not like I'm going to bring up something and it surprise him. The smirk on his face is when you catch him. It's when you go like this. I know you think you're slick, right? So we bring this stuff up because I just finished saying to you, Rudy Gobert looked like the second coming of Kareem.
Yeah.
If that was his Spurs, he'd have had that argument.
Right.
But because it's against LeBron and the Lakers, he conveniently has amnesia. And he leaves that out. This is what you do when you're going up against Skip Bayless. You got to anticipate and listen. Listen, you can't do one or the other. You got to do both.
Yeah.
You got to know it. And then when he comes with his argument, right, you got to pay attention to everything that he says and know what he leaves out. There are 10 things that he may have. He know 3 of them ain't gonna cut the mustard. And he leaves them out on purpose. And his whole thing is, I gave you 7 things that supports my argument. It ain't my damn problem if you don't forget the three that's gonna hurt me.
Exactly.
That's him. That's him. And I would sit up there I would literally sit up there and I go like this. What's he gonna leave out? What's he gonna leave out? And I'd wait for it. That's how you do it.
Okay, let's see if you know what I'm leaving out, because I'm going to spit 3 facts out of 7 to you right now.
Cool.
They got swept at home in the conference finals. In the closeout game at Staples, LeBron James had 2 chances to tie the game with the clock ticking down to 0, and neither shot touched the rim.
This is last year against Minnesota?
What's that?
This is last year against Minnesota?
No, it was against Denver when they got swept.
Got you.
That's the first time.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Then the next year, they have to play at Denver in games 1 and 2. In the fourth quarter of the first game, he pouts the whole fourth quarter and won't shoot because he thought he took too much criticism over his failure, his epic failure against Denver the year before. Game 2 at Denver, he's got a wide open three-pointer. He did the little Jordan push-off move on Brian Russell, on Jamal, just pushed him out of the way and wound up with a wide open 3 to win the game. With 16 seconds left, it would have given him a 3-point lead, and he bricked it. The man was born without a clutch gene. Then last year against the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's 1-1 going to game 3, 1-1. Go look. I won't bore you with all the details in games 3, 4, and 5. Go look what happened to him and Luka. Luka was just as bad, but it was criminal how LeBron disappeared in the 3 straight fourth quarters, and they lost in 5 games.
So listen, once again, he's not wrong. Everything he just said was totally true.
Kaboom.
But didn't we see LeBron James show up in the game 7 against your San Antonio Spurs when he dropped 37 and 15? I think so. Is it just about...
we were shot in the heart by Ray Allen.
But at a game 7,
the greatest clutch shot I've ever seen.
There was still a game 7.
I know, but they couldn't even show up. They couldn't even get up off the mat.
Well, you shouldn't have put the tape around the arena and try and get the champagne and
the fans are fleeing into the night. The Heat fans.
You did it too. All of y'all was feeling yourselves, and you forgot that Ray Allen was still his teammate, and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. And notice how you didn't bring up how Popovich benched Tim Duncan,
He did.
which enabled Bosh to get the offensive rebound and kick it out to Ray Allen. Why did Greg Popovich do that? You didn't mention that, but I ain't gonna go there. The point that I'm trying to make to you is there's always issues to bring up. I'm saying to you, when you say LeBron doesn't have the clutch gene, this is not a James Harden kind of inexplicable stuff that we're looking at where you shooting 25 a game and then a game 7 arrives and you don't want to shoot the ball.
Yeah, LeBron's more late game.
LeBron is not a shooter. LeBron is a scorer, but he's not a shooter.
I know, but he's the greatest scorer in the history of the league, and he's a lousy shooter.
It's 2 things. He's not the greatest scorer in the history of the league. There's several scorers that have been more prolific.
But I mean, on your point, on longevity, right?
The longevity.
That's right.
The longevity, not efficiency. So let's understand something. LeBron James is going to be hesitant with his J, most importantly with free throws. That's really what gets
Lord
him in
have
trouble.
mercy.
He is not a confident person at the free throw line.
Right.
He is going to be career 73, 74% free throw shooter. He is not going to be that guy. We get that part. But there are other things, like when he blocked Andre Iguodala's shot. It ain't always about scoring. It's about plays. Where his confidence dissipates is when you force him to shoot a perimeter shot or send him to the free throw line in money time. That's not his strength. That's not his strength. We all know that. Well, I ain't going all that, but that's him. He's not a shooter. That's what, like, again, I don't judge him like that. Okay. So, again, there have been times when he hasn't shown up, but there's been times when he has.
Okay, but the Iggy block, it's the all-time greatest block in the history of blocks. It's a blindside chase down block, and it's a hustle block. I give you that. He didn't give up on the play. Right. But remember, J.R. Smith undercuts Iggy, who's about to dunk it, and he had to take another dribble. And then
so you're just going to ignore the fact that LeBron was damn near at the top of the backboard.
Okay,
blocked the shot. I mean, you're just going to ignore that.
I know he can do that. I know he can get a running start, full court, like he's run full court as fast as he can run. 6'9", 260, and he launches from the free throw line. Yeah, he could probably touch the top of the backboard. But the point was, it's an ambush block. It's like Iggy had to redo his dribble, and then he's just going to lay it off the glass, and he got it. Okay. But is that a great block?
The things, I mean,
okay,
you're
but
the
wait a
only
second.
person on the planet that's complaining about the block.
Okay, but is it a man-sized block? Is it a face-to-face where I just made you eat the basketball? No. It's
but it is something that most humans can't pull off because they can't get up that damn high.
trash. This nigga got the Tom Brady factor.
Okay, I got that, but
You understand? And they don't have the hustle in them to get down there and make that kind of terrific
okay,
play.
so it's a hustle block. I give you that.
Well, give it. Doesn't it matter?
But
doesn't hustle matter as opposed to somebody being like, have you not seen enough lackadaisical individuals that shortchange you with effort, even in big moments, to appreciate the moment? Listen, man, I ain't want to defend no damn LeBron James, but the truth is the truth.
Yeah.
The brother does. I mean, listen, he's gonna go down in the Mount Rushmore of basketball, man. I mean, there's no way around it. There's no way around it. You cannot say definitively that when it comes to all around, I'm not talking about clutch gene, because Skip knows I've said this. I would pick Larry Bird in the last 2 minutes of a game before I picked LeBron James.
Yeah.
In the last 2 minutes. But I picked LeBron for the first 46. You see what I'm saying? Because he's a man-child. All I'm trying to say to you is that all-around game, offense, defense, everything that comes with what it takes to win at the NBA level, LeBron James is on the Mount Rushmore of basketball.
But for 48,
Top 4.
all 48 minutes, I'm taking Michael Jordan over anybody,
So am I.
including LeBron.
So am I.
LeBron.
So am I. So am I. I mean, listen, that everybody knows how I feel about Michael Jordan. Ain't no disputing that. There's nothing to talk about. 10-time scoring champion, 9-time All-NBA first team All-Defense. You're the 5-time league MVP. I mean, my God. 6 finals MVPs, unblemished, and everybody. Never even allowed the finals to go to a 7th game. Ever.
Greatest
Ever.
greatest
There's
clutch
nothing.
performance ever.
And clutch performance, I hope it. No question.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan is clearly the GOAT. But LeBron James is on the Mount Rushmore of basketball.
Okay, we finally agreed on something.
Yeah, this
It is.
This was a masterclass. I want to
It was,
thank you so
man.
much
Yeah.
because I wrote this down in my head because I can't wait to have arguments with you now. And no, I'm looking for what you left
Now
out.
You've exposed me, man.
Yeah.
You exposed me. You gave away all my tricks.
Things are gonna get even better here on the arena. Let me tell you. But you're a legend. What you guys have done together is legendary.
He is a legend, and we do appreciate you, Fred. As much as I do love you, I do have one big bone to pick with you that I've been wanting to pick for the longest time.
That's a lie. You got several bones.
Yeah.
But go ahead, act like it's one.
For years and years and years, you have been ridiculing my Dallas Cowboys, quote unquote, accident waiting to happen.
Yeah. I don't think I did wrong.
The irony of it, the hypocrisy of it, is that your beloved New York Knicks are the single biggest accident that ever happened in the history of sports. You have not won a championship since 1973. That's 53 years. You were 6 years old when your Knicks won the last championship.
5.
And 5 years old?
Yeah, 5. It was June.
I tried to do
I turned 6 that October.
Okay.
Don't age me.
No, I'm the only one to age you. Just for the record, since 1973, my Dallas Cowboys have been to 6 Super Bowls and won 4 of them, and overall 8 and 5.
Right.
And just for the record, since 1973, your New York Knicks have made it to 2 NBA Finals and lost both. And the second Finals came in the strike-shortened 50-game season in which you snuck in the back door of the NBA Finals and you lost that one.
Gotcha.
So, how can you continue to ridicule my team when your team is way more ridiculable than my team?
Easy answer to that question. I'm more sensible than you. Let me explain.
How so?
I know the Knicks suck. I always have.
Oh, and I'm delusional.
You're delusional.
Yeah.
You one of those Cowboy fans. No, we're gonna win the Super Bowl. We gonna do it. We gonna do it. It's like, of course he did. Of course he did. I'm the one on the air going off about how my Knicks sucked for years and years and years. I wasn't under any illusions that they were gonna beat Michael Jordan. I'm praying that they prove me wrong, but I can't bet against Michael Jordan. I mean, it would drive me crazy. It would break my heart. But I wasn't delusional. The difference between me and you is that you don't want to say when the Cowboys stink, and then you want to go all ballistic and lose it, all right, and be apoplectic. The second reality sets in when, for me, that reality was always there. So if we were on the air sitting across from one another, I would have looked at you and said, Skip, I know. What else you got? You understand? Whereas you gave me all the ammunition in the world because you literally came on the air acting like they were going to win. And I'm like, I'm telling you, they're not going to. It's not going to happen. And then when they started being respectable during the regular season, I'd be like this. That's when, it was Skip Bayless when I first said,
yo, what's happening, my boy?
Be patient. Don't worry about
How you going? How's it going, my dog?
And then all of a
Appreciate
sudden,
you jumping
this
in,
man. I mean, this dude just loses it because they let him down. There's only one time he got me. This is the only time
Appreciate
he
you
got me.
jumping in, my dude. How you been? You been all right?
I got that touchdown pass. I mean, to Darius Thomas, to Demarius Thomas. Feeling this.
It most definitely been a while. What you been up to? Been busy with my exams and stuff. I was busy traveling and stuff for my sister. Marriage. Congratulations on your sister marriage too, bro. And that's what's up, bro. You know, I know you got them exams. Go ahead and knock them motherfuckers out, man. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be great, my dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm already knowing a lot of things happen like so fast sometimes it'd be like, man, where did time go? But the thing is, we gotta appreciate that we get to have that time. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise than that shit, bro, you know, like what you been taking up for school? Like what kind of classes you taking? I actually just graduated for physical fitness and shit. Personal training basically too. So that's what I've been working on. So I've kind of been not on here for a while. Oh, I'm doing my studies in psychology. That's what's up, bro. You doing God's work, my dude. A lot of people need, like, they feel like when they feel like they don't have nobody to talk to, they need people like you. They need people like you, bro. You gonna you will keep the world going around. For sure. I appreciate your profession, bro. For real. Appreciate what you bring to the table. How long does that take? Like, how long have you been in school for that? Yo, shout out Broccoli, man. Appreciate it.
So I guess this means you're the one person I can't complain to about losing my suit.
You better not. I would resurrect and re-kill your fucking father in front of you if it meant being able to use my powers again.
Jesus, Chase.
Wow.
What? Obviously, I'd let Robert have one last I love you before I extinguished the light from his eyes.
Was he always like this?
Yes, actually.
We joke, we laugh, we suppress our trauma. All right, enough of this feeling shit. Let's introduce you to your team of losers. Now, if I'm being honest, I thought and still think we should have canned these tunas months ago.
And you might get your wish. Because if we don't see improvement soon, the whole program will be scrapped.
Cool. No pressure.
Sonar here was a Harvard graduate
who will not shut the fuck up about being a Harvard graduate like all Harvard graduates.
who also orchestrated some of the most effective Silicon Valley investment frauds in U.S. history.
Also, sometimes.
Let me see what we got going. Alright, let's go.
He transforms
So
into a
it's,
fucking bat monster that would eat you.
So where
ass
you
first
been
after
traveling
your
to, bro?
pension plan.
What's the last place you traveled to?
Flambe. He
Controls the fire and the flame, and his skin does not burn.
Right, you met him. Didn't you ever run in with him years back?
I did. Yeah.
So you know he's a certifiable dickhead.
Invisigal, who you met, turned herself in a few months ago and entered the program on the condition we didn't ask questions.
That's a little suspicious, no?
Suspicious? Really? Of a criminal that turns invisible and doesn't like to answer questions? What tipped you off, Sherlock?
Here we have coupe, which I recently learned is a French ballet term that means to cut, hence the knives.
That's very clever.
Yeah, but it sounds dumb to say, so everybody calls her Coop. She was an assassin for the mob, then went independent.
Alright, let's see who we got next.
Punch up.
Carnival strongman who made a deal with a sorceress. She gave him the strength of 10 men. His muscles grew, but his body shrunk.
He's got all the charm and brains of a greasy bowling ball.
This nigga 3-3? That's crazy.
Malevola, terrifying. She's got a magic sword, and she creates portals that allow her to teleport.
Somehow she's still late for every fucking meeting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she does it on purpose. That's Golem. He is a construct.
A construct?
Yeah. Bunch of dirt and mud made sentient with magic. I think he's lonely.
Prism. Michigan born and raised. The power is weird. She weaponizes light rays or some shit. A lot of this stuff is a guess.
Why is she dressed like a pop star?
She's actually super talented.
Wait, so the Z team, my team, their Phoenix program?
That is correct.
Your own motley crew of dangerous fuck-ups.
We're not looking for miracles, but we'd love one if we could get it. Can you show him his desk?
Sure. What's that arm squeeze about?
You want one? Here.
Fuck off. This is you. Pretty sparse, but feel free to decorate.
This computer's older than you look. Wait, so we're doing this? I haven't even met the team yet.
We did slideshow.
First of all, that wasn't a slideshow.
Look, we like to start slow. Most people don't make it past the first dispatch. And this is better for everybody's safety.
What do you mean, safety?
You'll be fine. And this here is our little slice of the Southland. Whenever there's a crisis in the area, we get a call, and guess who answers?
Me.
Exactly. Now put your headset on and introduce yourself to these pricks.
18, this is your dispatcher, Robert Robertson. I'm starting my first shift.
Tell me that's not your real Sunday. You can't be this shook on your first day. Come on.
Can we
They
clear the
talking
channel?
crazy
There's a
on
lot
the
of
first day.
overlapping on this.
I saw him in his
underwear.
Who? Roberto's son?
I saw him in his underwear.
He back in mine.
Oh, but he's got a lot of bruises, which I'm into.
Again, please clear the channel.
Get it, your email.
Shut the fuck up. Let me remind you, these calls are fucking recorded for training fucking purposes. Keep the fucking line clear before we send your stupid fucking asses back to whatever fucking cell we pulled your stupid fucking asses out of. Alright?
My son's balloon is stuck in a tree. Can you send someone?
I'm not homunculus. Who the fuck said that?
Mr. Vanderstank is requesting a hero for a very important event.
Who's this Vanderstink guy?
Willem Vanderstank, certified genius. Literally, he has a certificate.
You aren't a genius if you need a piece of paper that says you're a genius.
You're just jealous. This guy rules.
I'll take Wednesday.
Tuesday. Dibs on Monday.
What are you guys talking about?
We're taking bets on when you'll quit.
Friday?
Today's Friday.
I know.
Oh my god! My potato spraying shit everywhere!
Let's see if I can do this. Fuck me.
Okay.
Get these idiots out of my bar before they destroy it. And don't send the flaming asshole.
Do you know who we saw in the bar last night? Mecha Man.
And he kicked Flambe's ass.
Okay. That little shit did not kick my ass.
He did though.
Yeah, I think I heard about that.
No, you didn't. Because it didn't happen, Bob. So we're all going to shut up about it. Yeah? Okay. Time to fuck shit up. Where are we?
Boat robbery in progress at the yacht club.
I'm busy.
Okay. Helping people is kind of nice. When you get paid for it. Trust me. I can handle this a lot faster on my own. So what was your read on this Mecha Man guy?
Washed up, drinking alone. A robot guy without his robot, I guess.
So, just a guy?
Hear that, Flambe? You got your ass kicked by just a guy.
All of you. Shut the fuck up.
Flambe, you're off route.
You sure we don't work on commission?
Okay, what's going on with Sonar?
Oh, that, yeah. He kind of randomly turns into a monster sometimes.
Randomly.
We are working on controlling it.
all about SEN hiring criminals to protect us?
My old doctor used to be over here. Technically he's a veterinarian, but I got the physiognomy of a pygmy hippo, so we made a fine pair.
Up. Good. Every rank up earns skill points. Use them for increasing stats. Use the plus icon next to a stat to spend a skill point. Some fuckers out. We've encountered these thieves before.
Graceful, but deadly.
I think I'm gonna use me head.
Well, at least it can't get any worse, right? Wow, you're on fire today.
Oh, this? I'm just warming up.
Wow, keep it up.
Hey, Bobby. Here, William Vandersnake needs a security detail. Is it cool if I go? Been wanting to pitch him some stuff I've been working on.
Yeah, pretty sure that's exactly what he's trying to avoid.
I'm a high-ranking Vanderstanker. It would mean a lot.
Sure. Go ahead.
Thanks, man. You will not regret this.
Well, I didn't think I would until you said that.
Flames are spreading to the houses. We need to evacuate.
Swift as the night, sharp as my knife. I only travel through alleyways and shadowy underpasses.
You said Scavenger's Reign?
Yourself goes a long way.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Scavenger Reign. I downloaded that I downloaded that game too, bro. The Green Hell.
It went well.
I downloaded that shit for sure. Let me see. What is it like? Is it we gotta host a game? Like when we have to host it? Like is that what we gotta do to sign up type shit? I mean, to play together. Multiplayer, host game, join game. Let me see. Hold on, I gotta hook my capture card up so I can switch to my game shit. A lot of things happen in the moment. Let me see. Scavenger's Reign. I'm gonna look into that shit. See what that shit. See what that shit about too. I just got that green hill shit for sure. I gotta hook my capture card back up right quick. Yeah, we should be straight. Where is my USB? Set this up right quick. And then shit, we probably get some game, get the gameplay going. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm trying to set this up right quick. Give me 1 second. What's your username on there too and shit? Okay, try to join up. Try to join up too. see. Walkie John. All right, let me see. It's so we then gotta when we host the game. You then gotta go invite only. You gonna set the lobby up. So yeah, let me know when you set the lobby up type shit. I'm most definitely just send me the code and I'll join up. Let me see what we got here.
Everybody should step back.
Kid's a hustler. I get it.
All right, I'll snitch. Just come here, kid, okay? Oh, hey, if we unionized.
Say have yo. Can I tag you in my stream? Hell yeah. Yeah, tag me. Hell yeah, you can tag me. I'm trying to say I know we can it's a way that we can multi-stream too at the same time. I need to find out how to do that shit. It's a way that we can multi-stream too. Hell yeah, tag me for sure. I'm gonna try to tag you too. I thought it'd be a way that I could do that shit. Let me see. It's asking me that on OBS, but I don't know how to do it. Tag you, my stream. Let me see. I think it's more of going to I think the actual website down there. Is this how dispatch is showing on my shit?
Would Blazer kick our ass?
Let me see. Damn, whole time my shit been like
How long
this.
was the last dispatcher here?
Today.
My bad. Hold the fuck on. We ain't doing that. Alright, let me see. I think it's a way. I'm finna find out right quick. It's most definitely a way we could. Let me see. Alright, internet. Twitch. I'm finna try to edit edit the name of my stream. Let me see. Edit. Okay, stream together. Get your stream software ready to accept videos. Start streaming together. This shit's so weird. I'm trying to figure this shit out. Like, what the fuck? This shit's weird. Yep, I got Discord. Let me see. Discord.